I'm just going to stay strong in my faith. And,
Let's talk about the Pittsburgh.
Morning. Good. Ooh. Still lagging? Hold on. Try this again. Mic check. Mic check.
Steelers, Aaron Rodgers, during the 3-game winning streak, has an 80.2% adjusted completion rate, 783 yards, 5 touchdowns, no picks, 8 big-time throws, and a 106.4 passer rating. Prime Aaron Rodgers looks like he's back. Does Aaron Rodgers have a shot at a Super Bowl this year, fellas?
I got some important information for y'all. There's no better place to win cash while watching sports than Prize Picks. Football season is here, and basketball season is here, so there's absolutely no better time to join. It's good to be right.
How crazy would it be?
I think as good of a shot as he's had since.
What's up, MJ? How you doing, bro?
He's only been to one. I think it's as good a shot as he's had, including those Packers years.
And
here's why. It's not because of the Steelers. It's because of the opponent. When Aaron Rodgers was with the Packers, he had to go through Tom Brady. Sorry, good luck. Nobody's going through Tom Brady. You got to go through Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski, LaShawn McCoy back there, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown.
That team was loaded, yeah.
Like, good luck. You have a better chance having a worse team and having to go through Bo Nix and Cortland Sutton. You have a better chance having a worse team and having to go through Drake May and Travion Henderson.
That's
fair.
You
have a better chance having a worse team and having to go through C.J. Stroud and Nick Chubb and Nico Collins. Like, that you just have a better chance. The fact of the matter is, you were going up against Tom Brady and company. So to me, I'm not even sitting here saying that Aaron Rodgers is prime Aaron Rodgers. No, not at all. I'm just saying, who would y'all rather have to go against in the playoffs? Russell Wilson, Seattle, Matthew Stafford, Rams, Brock Purdy or Jimmy Garoppolo, Kyle Shanahan, Niners, Tom Brady and company, or Bo Nix, Drake May, C.J. Stroud, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Herbert. Give me that path. Please give me that path. That's the argument I'm making.
But the real topic is, and I think on the media side, we want to drive this narrative that is quarterback versus quarterback, and it's not the case. Do you see the way the Steelers win games?
They be getting by, but I mean, actually, he got a decent point. I'm not gonna lie. Nobody in the AFC is a real threat right now. Like, is in the air. The entire AFC playoffs, whoever's coming out the AFC is in the air. So,
because y'all showing me the stats of Aaron Rodgers. I'm cool with that because Aaron Rodgers is playing well. Do you see the way they win games? Are they winning games because Aaron Rodgers out here just flinging the ball everywhere?
No.
Bro, they respectfully, the way the Steelers win game is like super conservative. We're gonna run the ball crazy, right? We're gonna throw a whole bunch of screens. It's just like I watched Aaron Rodgers at his best.
Yep.
Okay. The year that he won a championship, they beat us first. Bro, it was crazy. He's throwing the ball everywhere. Empty sets, throwing anything he wanted to do. And he had wide receivers at that. And I watch him now, it's like, I'm happy for him, but they clawing out every win. They need 3-4 running backs to contribute. It's just, I just can't see in the real world that them going to the AFC Championship game. Forget the Super Bowl.
But think about this, 2-5. The point I'm making is like, in the AFC this year, all them wins about to be clawed out in the playoffs.
That's facts. Shady is right, but Acho is right too. I'm not gonna lie. All the team in the AFC has to do is just get hot. That's it. You get hot and you make a run. That's it. Somebody got to go to the Super Bowl. Somebody got to come out the AFC. So it's definitely not impossible. Are they the betting favorite? No, but there's not a gap between everybody in the AFC right now. Like, everybody's competitive.
The Texans, respectfully, aren't about to go out there and win a game 40-3.
Steelers can't beat the Texans. Keep going.
The Broncos aren't about to go out there and win a game.
They can't beat the Broncos
I'm
either.
Shady, every AFC playoff game is about to be a dogfight.
I don't
it's all
think
top
so.
10 defense versus top 10 defense versus top 10 defense.
Hold on. The Steelers they're not a top 10 defense.
No, I'm talking about Patriots. I'm talking about the Broncos.
I'm not.
Texans.
But I'm saying is, I'm talking about the Steelers. You're talking about Aaron Rodgers. It says it's the next best way to win Super Bowl. I'm saying no. If you watch the way they play, the defense is not dominant. A lot of names. We interviewed my man for Steelers. He was talking about, well, we should be better because the names are there. The defense is up and down.
They got a lot of names.
And the offense is like regular. For real. Like last game, I mean, Kenny Gainwell, good running back. He has a go route. He falls down and catches the ball. It's just the way they winning is crazy.
Yeah, they're also.
So
they're
what I'm saying is,
96.
when they play the Broncos, that's belt. That's gonna be a belt. Okay. The Texans, C.J. Stroud could sit in the locker room. That's gonna be a belt.
The hard part.
They don't have enough.
Last time they played the Bills, they got belt.
My bad.
I forgot about that.
But they just played.
I need to go look at that. I forgot about that. Did they not have Aaron Rodgers that game? 10 for 21. He got hurt in this game. Did he finish this game? Did he come back? Because Mason only threw 3 passes. I mean, before halftime, this is a close game. He got away at half, but I'm assuming Rodgers didn't play the second half. Safe to assume. I wouldn't really call this belt. They got beat convincingly, but it's not a blowout.
Played the Detroit Lions and handled that, and the Detroit Lions have one of the best offenses in
The
all of
Detroit
football.
Lions, are they going to be a playoff team?
They be getting belts.
Offensively, the Detroit Lions are elite.
Sure. Are they a playoff team?
Not right now.
Belts.
Belt.
But here's my thing.
No, they be getting belts.
And also, I think it's disingenuous to say that this path of the AFC, these guys they're just not as proven as the Mahomes and whatnot.
Yeah.
They're just young though. Drake May's still a number 2 overall
But
pick.
the
Their
team is
defenses
better.
are,
But the team is better. That's why I thought quarterback versus quarterback.
their teams are better as well. And
But
also, like, bruh, he let Colin Kaepernick get to a damn Super Bowl in his prime. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Well, see,
Like,
but not that.
I don't know if that whole super so much weight. That 49ers defense was nice.
That part. See, I keep talking about the
And Harbaugh's a good coach.
quarterbacks. Kaepernick and Aaron ain't even the same. Like,
No, I know. I'm not saying that.
But the team,
yeah.
the defense was gangsters though everywhere.
Their defense was solid. Yeah,
But here's
Patrick
my
Willis,
thing. Let's
LeVar
keep it.
Ball.
Teams are just gangster. Which one? No AFC team in this playoffs has 2 sides of the ball to go crazy. None. Texans defense goes crazy. Offense, blah. Broncos defense goes crazy. Offense, blah. Patriots defense goes really good. Offense goes really good. Neither of them actually go crazy. Jaguars, neither of them go crazy. Defense goes good. Offense goes good. Offense is going crazy right now because Trevor Lawrence is balling. Like, I'm just being honest. But there is no AFC team.
Who has that, though, really?
That's what I'm saying. The Steelers don't have neither of that. They don't have no crazy defense or no crazy offense. The defense is
Toby.
it's cool.
It's cool.
Let's be
And
honest.
the offense is just real. They don't have neither of that though.
Who in the
gonna
NFL
see.
has that though? Right now, Seahawks defense amazing, offense blah.
Oh, what? The Seahawks offense is blah? Nah, definitely not. The teams who have, there's nobody who's elite on both sides. But in terms of good on both sides, there's a fair amount of teams, but no, not a single team is elite on both sides in the entire NFL, realistically. But I think the Seahawks get pretty close. Let me look at their numbers. I think they get pretty close.
Eagles
I would
defense has
say the
been
Rams.
they're getting to amazing.
The Rams are the only
That's
team.
it though.
The Rams are the only team.
That's it.
But
So we can't even
but
I wouldn't even say the Rams is elite on defense. Like they're elite. I think they gapping. Nah, I ain't gonna say it's a crazy gap, but I think they definitely up there in terms of offense though. For sure. I want to say it's a huge gap, but I do think they're like head above the rest.
But to me, then that's making my point, which is this is the year to go get it.
Okay, Seattle got number 2 defense. Seattle's offensive production is, I mean, you could easily argue that that's elite. Total defense, they 8, and then scoring offense, points per game, Seattle's 3. You can very much make an argument that Seattle's elite on both sides, but it's like I think that they're like right there. Like it's like they kind of like seesawing like between elite and very good. Like they don't look elite every week on both sides, but I think they're pretty close.
Like this is the year. This is like, and Shady just told me last conversation. He said that the Eagles have experience. That matters. If the Eagles have experience, Shady, and you're going to use it for your argument in that conversation, then you also have to say Aaron Rodgers has more experience than Drake May, than Trevor Lawrence,
You keep
than
saying
CJ
the
Stroud.
quarterbacks don't. Does the Steelers have experience, Acho? Maybe Acho, does the Steelers have experience in playoffs?
They do. Mike
They
Tomlin
don't.
has.
They don't.
Hey, they were there. They're there every year. They just don't win.
They don't give you. They ain't no experience. You go and you lose every year in the first round. No, they ain't no experience. You limp there. You limp to the race. You ain't no experience. You ain't winning nothing. You lose every year.
So you're telling me though,
When you experience, you going through something. You learn from something. What do you learn? You do the same thing every year. That's insanity, though. Ain't that what the definition?
same thing over a respective result.
Where other teams, we get close and we lose. We're gonna get there. Now. You learn. There's not. They do the same thing every year.
The reason I'm saying this is like
Experience, offense. They're young. Deep. Man, go ahead.
Aaron Rodgers has rarely. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's rarely ever sold in a playoff game. I think he's rarely ever sold. Whereas like Trevor Lawrence.
My issue with the Steelers all season has not been Aaron Rodgers. From week 1 to now has not been Aaron Rodgers. It's their play calling. I think Aaron Rodgers has helped out their play calling immensely. That's a safe assumption. But are they going to call up the right plays at the right times? I don't know. Maybe he's going to take it to his own hands in the playoffs. I don't know. But we'll see. It's play calling and his defense, too. Their defensive play calling as well. Whether it be the players or the play calling, I don't know. But something on defense ain't really hitting. But Aaron Rodgers is for sure the last person I'm worried about.
He sells, not Trevor Lawrence, Justin Herbert. He sells every playoff game. Like, he just sold last year. He sold the first time he went.
Dak Prescott sells.
Dak Prescott sells.
Yeah.
But I'm just talking AFC Qs. We don't actually.
Surprised. I hold Dak accountable, bro.
He sell like a drug dealer.
Bro, bad. He sells bad. Yeah,
He sell like Pablo.
I'm saying
that's
like
a close comparison.
It was tough. Yeah.
We don't actually know what Drake May is going to do in the playoffs. Drake May could shrivel up. Remember what happened to Drake May versus the Buffalo Bills 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
First half, 2 rushing touchdowns. Second half, MIA.
Nowhere to be found.
Can I say one more thing to you and I'm done?
Say whatever you want, G.
You keep talking about Aaron Rodgers and these quarterbacks.
Because they can turn the ball over, Shady. Like, a quarterback is the most important person on the field.
He's not going to turn the ball over. You know, he's not going to do that. They're not going to move the ball that well, like they don't do now. They go whole half and not moving the ball. Then the third quarter, they might move the ball forward. They're not that good of a team. That's what you're not understanding. These other teams, if they're not that good on offense, they're really great on defense. Mm-hmm. That's the difference. So we can argue to our faces blue and green about Aaron Rodgers and quarterbacks, but it's not a quarterback versus quarterback. It's team versus team. And that's why
they both keep making good points. I can't really like I'm in the middle. Like what Shady's saying is fair. It's not a quarterback versus quarterback thing. the other teams are better teams. Like the other teams in the AFC that they have to play are better teams. But I don't think it's a huge gap in terms of how good they are because everybody has deficiencies. Everybody in the AFC has deficiencies. Like everybody is flawed. And it's not too many teams that are elite on one side of the ball. You can argue the Broncos' defense is, Texans' defense is, and then NFC is a different conversation. But there's no elite offense in the AFC. I think the most efficient offense is the Patriots, but there's no elite offense at all in the AFC. So, like the aspects of elite football, it's not a lot at all in the AFC. So, it's that's where I feel like that's where I lean towards Acho's point. But again, I think both are right.
But
That's why a team like the Texans.
But
I can believe that.
Here's where I don't necessarily disagree, but here's what I'll say is a quarterback can single-handedly lose you a playoff game. Dak Prescott, Green Bay Packers. Forget team versus team. Dak Prescott versus Jordan Love, it didn't matter.
But the way
CJ Stroud versus Justin Herbert last year.
I'm excited for this playoff.
The way they playing, they're not putting the quarterback's hands to really try to lose it.
Run, pass.
Exactly.
He ain't gonna get there.
I'm excited for this playoffs though because I do think it's going to severely dent the whole quarterback ring talk argument that we've turned this whole thing. It's all about can your quarterback go out there and win? It's nauseating.
It's
22 players on the field.
Here's my thing though. I don't know if it will do that because I do think whoever ends up winning the Super Bowl is going to have a quarterback that's Super Bowl worthy.
You're gonna have to have that.
Think about it. I think Stafford.
You're gonna have to have that. But like, there's two guys that have to play at an elite level for their team to go out there and win. It would be Matthew Stafford and Josh Allen on both sides. Those are the two guys that if you're off your game, we're not winning. Mm-hmm. And with other quarterbacks, bro, they're not going to be asked to do as much as those two guys are going to be asked to do. So I hope this. I'm not saying that they won't. That might be the Super Bowl matchup we get, but I think this year's Super Bowl is going to be about the 22 that you.
I ain't gonna lie, Herbert, he another one. He has to play at a high level in order for the Chargers to win. As I feel, I think that defense is good, but I think they kind of depending on him because that play calling offensively is not crazy nice. So it's like he kind of got to take over at times.
We have on the field, bro.
Okay, the run game is good though, but it's definitely gotten better. I'll say that for sure. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section. This one. Let's see where we go next. Eagles are ready. Panthers are a real dark horse. Let's do it. Let's entertain it.
Moving forward.
Let's entertain the Panthers. Pick a side. I like this podcast right here. Well, I haven't really. I watched the clips. I didn't really watch the full podcast or anything. So let me see if they got any clips. They start doing some more PFF as well, for sure. Best team in the NFC. What's next for Tua? Tua got benched. What's next? What's wrong with the Cavs? Okay. I don't really see too much right now. They just did this 4 hours. Jaguars went big over Broncos. How far can the Bears go? Malik Willis performance. Chargers. Side talk. KC. Most disappointment. Would you rather Bryce Young ranking the AFC playoffs? Ranking the NFC playoff? I might let's hear them out on the AFC. Let's see where they go with this conversation. All right, y'all, we got Pick a Side podcast. I've seen their clips. I'm gonna go ahead and hear them out on ranking the AFC playoff teams and get their opinions on this.
They played their hearts out last
week. Are playing their hearts out, but we also can acknowledge the
Yeah.
They played their hearts out last week, but really
Change the game.
changed the game.
It's true.
The Colts are probably leading right now if that doesn't happen, or at least it's a
I don't know,
game.
tie game at minimum.
It's
The Colts are
ridiculous.
playing their hearts out.
Because that gave the 49ers like perfect field position to score.
All right, so the Colts are playing their hearts out, but we also can acknowledge the Niners' offense has been flawless.
Yeah, that's the worries that the
Hold on. I'll get to it.
it's a Super Bowl pie, and we're going to divide it up into two segments because AFC and NFC.
As of right now, according to Poly Market, I'm assuming this is Super Bowl odds. Buffalo has 20%, Denver has 19%, New England 18.9, Jacksonville 16, Houston 11, Chargers 10, and Pittsburgh 7. Interesting.
We'll talk about the AFC first, and what this is, Super Bowl pie, is what percentage chance, what ranking do you give each team to make it out of their conference? Now, this segment is sponsored by Poly Market. Shout out to them for.
I genuinely don't think is this huge of a gap between these teams, if I'm being honest. I think it's a lot closer than this.
Sponsoring the Pick Us Out podcast and the show. Right now, they're top 7 in the AFC. Buffalo's at 20%. Denver's at 19%. New England's at 18.9%. Jacksonville's at 16.4%. Houston is at 11%. LA, the Chargers, are at 10%. And the Steelers are at 7%. So according to Poly Market, which is where people put in their own money into the app and make these predictions, the people have decided that Buffalo is at a 20% chance to make it out of the AFC.
And you know
the
how I feel
highest
about this.
in the conference.
Disrespectful.
It boggles my mind. What have they shown you this year to say we deserve to be second?
Josh Allen.
That's
That's
number
it.
one. They're number
and
one.
Josh Allen looked human as hell yesterday, and they almost got picked. Not really. By Cleveland.
They almost got him.
I think the only argument for the Bills is down AFC year. You got the best quarterback.
That's it.
He tends to go superhuman in the playoffs.
He does.
If there's a
It's been
year
some
that it
years.
has to be, it's this year.
Since it's gone superhuman, it's been some years. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, I'll say this. I'll say this about the percentages on Poly Market. This is what I'll say. I think the Chargers are criminally low. They're at 10%. They have the 6th best chances to make it out the AFC. This is how I map my list. And I could have very easily changed the number 1 spot for my number 2 team. Number 1 is the Denver Broncos. But after that butt kicking that the Jaguars gave them,
so that game did move you.
the Jaguars are at 2 for me. Could have been number 1. I think they have a realistic argument
They're
for
a good
it.
team.
Number
Great
3,
team, you could argue.
I went with the Houston Texans.
All right,
I think
this
the
is a ball
Texans
knowledge
are
list right
still a dark horse team. They have the best defense in the league. It's with them, Denver, and Seattle. But Denver's defense has been awful recently, so I don't know if they're in
What
the
are you
discussion
doing?
anymore.
Awful?
As an elite
Then
defense.
why did we shut you guys?
So he got Denver 1. What did he say 2? I heard Texans. Oh, he has Jags 2 and Texans 3. I think you could mismatch that however you want to. I'm not gonna lie. I would keep Houston in the top 5 at the lowest. Top 3 I'm fine with, but at the lowest I'm going top 5 just because of that defense. But everybody's vulnerable, bro.
Down.
22nd EP per play.
Make it make sense.
Because we got hurt. That's why. In the second half, you got shut us down because we got hurt. 100%. Christian Watson was
100%.
not in the game. Offensive lineman went out. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, keep going, please.
I have the Chargers at 4. They could be swapped in for the Texans, so that's why Poly Market having the Chargers at 6. It's crazy to me. The Chargers are at 4. I'm not buying the Bills hype. I think they're at 5.
Where are
And
the
you know what?
Steelers?
I'm not buying.
last.
I'm not buying the Patriots hype
You don't have to
either.
overthink that one.
They're at 6. I think the Patriots are very vulnerable. Their defense
very
is
fair.
mediocre. It's below average. They don't have weapons offensively.
Fucking
They don't
6,
have
dude.
a consistent run game. And then the Steelers are at 7.
He said, "I want to run that back on the Patriots." I can't imagine the Chargers in the Super Bowl. They're not one of the favorites for me to make it out But again, I genuinely think whoever makes it out, they just got to get hot at the right time. That's it.
I'm not buying the Patriots hype either.
Think that one.
They're at 6. I think the Patriots are very vulnerable. Their defense is mediocre. It's below.
Defense is mediocre, below average. I'm not gonna argue that too much. I want to fact check it. That's it. Because the Patriots defense don't scare me. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm just curious. Patriots are number 7 in scoring defense. Now they have had an easy schedule, so I'm gonna take if I do see a lot good, I'm gonna take it with a grain of salt. A 7th in scoring defense. Overall defense, they are 7th in overall yards allowed. Rushing defense, they're 6th. They're a top 10 defense. But, again, to say that they're mediocre, I'm not going to. Passing defense, where's the yards per game? They're 11th in yards per game. Now, let's see. Patriots schedule. And I know that they've had an easier schedule, so Geno Smith, Tua, Aaron Rodgers, Bryce Young, Josh Allen, Tyler. It's probably Spencer Rattler this week. Cam Ward, Dylan Gabriel, or Joe Flacco at this point. Kirk Cousins, Baker, Tyrod Taylor. They play Joe Flacco. Did Jackson Dart play in this one? He did. He threw for 139. Yeah, interesting. How about them Niners Super Bowl bound? You got to stomp the Bears and Seattle. I think Niners could beat the Bears. Seattle, that's gonna be a tough one. I think Seattle's they got a pretty good roster right now and some pretty good coaching. But I do think the Niners can beat Seattle. Have they played this year? I'll look into that later. But yeah, they got
average. They don't have weapons offensively. They don't have a consistent run game. And then the Steelers are at 7. I think the Steelers have a chance to win a playoff game.
No, for sure. I don't know why the team that they can beat, you have at 4. The team that they can beat, you have at 4.
The Chargers blew them out when they played.
Chargers blew out the Patriots?
Good point, but Steel City.
Every team in the AFC has a chance.
Or Steelers.
Great,
and that's my top 7. So I disagree vehemently with Buffalo's placement at number 1.
All right, so we all agree that Buffalo being that high is insane.
But that's my top 7.
I give Buffalo a good 20% chance to win the Super Bowl because this is the best their ground
win
game's
the
been.
Super Bowl?
Oh, no, it's crazy.
To go to.
The Super Bowl.
Sorry for me having an aneurysm about that.
Because their ground game is the best it's been, and that foundation in January is going to be strong. I also expect.
I'll say this. James Cook has ran on statistically good run defenses this year and ran on them pretty well. So I'll give him that. But again, if a team can limit James Cook, I don't see the Bills just like, I don't know. They can. I'm about to say if a team limits James Cook, I don't see the Bills getting busy with the pass. But I mean, these defenses in the AFC, I can see it aside from the Texans. So I'm not gonna lie. I think the Chargers might be able to lock up the Bills. I think Chargers probably could do it. Outside of that, though, it's gonna be big on matchups. Like there's teams that the Bills want to stay away from. There's teams that Denver wants to stay away from. There's teams that New England probably might want to stay away from. I don't know for sure, but like it's gonna be big on matchups. I think if you Jacksonville, you don't want to play Houston because that's a divisional opponent. But I think it's still 50-50.
Josh Allen to continue playing at that elite level we've seen and that we're
Hope
accustomed
Darnold
to.
go back
Do
to
you
seeing
agree with
ghosts.
them being number one?
No.
What's your list?
Number 1 for me is the Denver Broncos. Number 2 and 3 for me is kind of a tug of war between the Bills and the Texans. I have the Bills at 2, the Texans at 3. Number 4, I have the Los Angeles Chargers. 5, I have the New England Patriots. 6, I have the Jacksonville Jaguars. And last and 7th, I have the Steelers.
Jacksonville 6.
You want to know what I'm going to tell you, though?
Let's hear it.
Wow.
The gap between the 4th and 6th best teams is so negligible.
4th and 6, okay.
Earlier in the show, we highlighted, I think it's going to come down to matchups. The gap, I have percentages here. The gap between the Jags and the Chargers in 4th is 3%.
But wow, the Jags at number 6 for you.
The
That seems
Jaguars are
criminally
better
low.
than the Chargers.
I'm not gonna lie. I think the Chargers could beat the Jags. If you being real, the Jaguars, like, they hot right now. But the Chargers play better defense. Jaguars, I can't type. Good. Well, how the heck I do that twice? Well, the mic is in front of the keyboard, so I can barely see. The Jaguars, I ain't gonna lie, bro. They beat the Broncos. That is a extremely commendable win. That is a very commendable win. Like, I give them full credit for that. They beat the Jets. They beat Riley Leonard and the Colts. They beat Cam Ward and the Titans. They beat the Cardinals by 3 in OT. Oh, they beat the Chargers. Oh my gosh. And I said I think the Chargers could do something to them. Wow. Dang, I'll take that back. I think with the right game plan the Chargers can, but gosh, this is bad. This is bad. But you know, looking at their schedule, you know, when it comes to them playing competitive teams, they split with the Texans, which is understandable. But they played the Raiders, lost to the Seahawks, lost to the Rams. I don't know. I don't know if I don't know. I'm not big on the Jags at all. Like, I do think they're a good team. I think they got a lot of talent, but I'm not all in on them. But them blowing out the Chargers is very interesting. Very, very interesting. And maybe I'm giving the Chargers too much credit, because I think their defense is nice, but yeah, maybe I'm giving them too much credit. Why do they got the 49ers with AFC teams? Oh yeah, there's clearly I didn't even notice that. That's funny. Did that say 35-6? Yes, it did. That was bad. See the Chargers. They beat the Cowboys. Barely beat the Chiefs, but still beat them. They beat the Eagles. Beat the Raiders. Oh, they on a little win streak right now. Them getting blown out by the Jags is like, this is kind of uncharacteristic. This is very odd, you know. But it's all about matchups, you know. I wouldn't mind seeing them play each other again. But this is just, and that's the only team that's blown them out this year. They have not gotten blown out a single time this year. 38-24. That's a significantly good win. I don't know if I call it a blowout, but this is just very, you know, uncharacteristic. What's up, Dan? The disrespect to the Niners is heinous. I'm gonna talk on them next.
I agree with you.
They blew them out.
I do agree with you. That being said, with the Chargers grounding game back in Marion Hampton and their weapons continuing to play well, and I just look at
that is a big thing, being able to run the ball and you know, control some of that clock. That's the issue with the Chargers. Their passing game is not all that. If I'm being honest, Justin Herbert is a great quarterback, but like at times it looked kind of like mediocre, you know, kind of like the Steelers, you know, like you got a really good quarterback, and the Chargers have weapons. They got a nice receiving core, very nice receiving core, but it just doesn't look like they're being maximized, like their potential is being maximized consistently.
Justin Herbert in this matchup, and I have more confidence in him. I look at the Chargers defense. I have more confidence in their defense.
I've said that before.
I'm going. I get it. I get it. But I think this time around will be different.
Okay.
I think that the most awful matchup for the Chargers is Jacksonville.
Yes.
For the simple fact that it really doesn't have much to do with the personnel as it has to do with. I've seen Liam Cohen match up against Jesse Minter twice. Last year in Tampa Bay, they absolutely smoked their defense.
Lit him up.
And then
Interesting. Who was Jesse Minter? The OC? I just seen the name somewhere. Jesse Minter. The defensive coordinator for the Chargers. Interesting. Hey, and again, the NFL is like that, bro. I mean, sports in general is like that. Sometimes it's just about matchups. This system works better versus this system. You know what I mean? Like they got this team's number. You know what I mean? So interesting. What up, Tsunami? The Pro Bowl rosters got selected. Okay. I'm gonna react to that next thing.
this time again, this year, they absolutely smoked their defense once again, and they embarrassed them. So that I just don't feel comfortable in Jesse Minter defense against the Jaguars offense. But I think the Jaguars are very low for you. But you explained yourself. I mean, Dez, who are you going with?
So I had a bit of a cop-out because I put percentages on mine. Denver was number one, 12% chance. Then the Jags, Bills, Texans, Chargers, and Pats, I gave all 9% chance.
I'm crying.
Because you can make an argument for all of them. I did put them in order because although I had them at 9, I was like 2A, 2B, 2C, 2D. I would have the Broncos at 1 above the rest of the pack. I would have the Jags second. I think the statement win that they had in Denver was huge. They've played good football for basically the entire season. Trevor Lawrence playing his best ball right now. Buffalo would be number 3 for me. No matter where they go, they're going to have the best quarterback. James Cook is having the best season of his career. The offensive line is great. It's just the defense that you question. But on all of these teams, there's something to question. Buffalo is going to be the defense. 4 is where I have the Houston Texans. 5 is the Chargers. 6 and 7 is the same as yours, Joel. It's the Pats and the Steelers. I know the Pats have a chance to get the number 1 seed. They might have the MVP on their team. I just don't think they have enough. Like, as much as I love Drake May, it's like, okay, year 2, you're going to go to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like, as great as you have been, like, is that what's going to happen? Especially all the questions you have on defense, the questions in the weapons room. Stephon Diggs had a good game, but before this, he didn't crack 30 yards in a month. So the passing attack, or at least the hierarchy, feels very random at times.
It feels like we're going to become the anti-Pats podcast, having them so low, because they might be the first seed in the AFC.
And they could be the first seed in the AFC, and in the second round of the playoffs, they could be underdogs. You know what I mean? Like, if they played Buffalo in the second round, right? Like, and Buffalo says, let's say they go and beat Houston by 2 touchdowns, they could very well be underdogs, even with the number 1 seed. So New England's had a great regular season, and none of us have ever taken that away from them, right? We're like, no, this is a great team. Drake May should be in the MVP conversation. They'd be a deserved 1 seed, but this is a different conversation now. This isn't about giving New England respect, being like, this is a fake season. It's like, who are you going to take to win the Super Bowl? Who are you going to take to at least represent the AFC in the Super Bowl? And for a multitude of reasons, super young quarterback, you know, this is the first time Drake May is with this head coach, Mike Vrabel, an offensive play caller, and the defense isn't figured out yet, and you don't have enough weapons on offense. They are probably the least talented group out of everyone here. Maybe outside the Steelers, and it could even be an argument.
You're right about that. I just feel like last year we said the same exact thing about the Commanders, and they went to the NFC Championship game. And look at the Patriots, 12-3.
Yeah,
last
Terry
2 games.
McLaurin.
Okay. Last 2 games, they played the Jets.
Stephon Diggs.
They played
better.
The Jets and the Dolphins.
So what he did yesterday?
Yeah, but he does it like once a month.
The Patriots are on track to
when
win.
you need him, he answers the call.
The Patriots are on track to win 14 games and very possibly have the 1 seed. The Jaguars are a more well-rounded football team, but the way that we've seen Trevor Lawrence play these last 4 weeks, been amazing. That's how Drake May's played the entire season.
The front 7 in the Patriots needs to get better in the offseason to get to the Super Bowl next year. You know, Is it just the front seven? Is it the whole defense? Like, I know they got some good names on that defense, but I don't know. I'm curious. Like, what is it that they're missing? I don't watch them in detail enough. Nor I'm not a Patriots fan, so I can't really answer that question. But it's
So when I look at the Patriots very possibly having that first round bye, and they have the best quarterback in this conference, the quarterback who's played the best of any of these guys, including Josh Allen this season.
Plays for Broncos.
That's why I had the Patriots above the Jaguars. And I do think Jacksonville at 6, it's a little bit low. It's a little bit disrespectful. But I also look at, quite frankly, the Broncos are 1 for me. But and even then, 1 through 6 to me, it feels very interchangeable.
It is.
Because week to week, these teams show you a different side of themselves. So I think this is going to change, especially when we see the playoffs. One of these teams is going to surprise someone in a big way.
So the
Joel, I love your
Broncos-
list.
Yeah.
I loved your list. My
Thanks.
number 1, I got the Denver Broncos. Obviously,
We all
I wouldn't
got the
go
number
any
one.
other way.
What can go wrong?
Just stay on this side, if that's what you're gonna do. Jaguars, I do have number 2 after yesterday's win. It was one of their most. It was probably their most impressive win on the season for me, especially because you're coming into Mile High, and you dominated for the entire game. Got to give them their respect. Houston's number.
no. I'm gonna check out the Pro Bowl rosters after this here. Am I crazy in thinking the Steelers are too inconsistent, and I don't see this season being any different than any other year with them getting in the playoffs just to get eliminated first or second game, Rodgers or not? I can see them making it to divisional. Them going to the conference championship is tough to imagine, but I can see them making it out the first round, depending on the matchup. That's definitely what it's gonna come down to.
3. This is the team that I've been consistent on. This is the team I want to see the least. And after yesterday, I'll throw Jaguars in that conversation, but Houston's defense puts a fear in my heart that not many other teams do. And so when I look at Houston, I think, their offense is underwhelming, but their defense can go up against any top offense and shut them down. So that is a genuine concern for me. I would put them number 3. Number 4, the disrespect can only go on so much. I have the Buffalo Bills here at number 4. The Buffalo Bills rush offense can put them in every single game. And their pass defense, where their rush defense is atrocious. Yeah. Their pass defense hasn't been bad this season. So I'll give them their respect in that regard.
The thing is, like if your rush defense is terrible and your pass defense is good, that makes me think teams are not really trying to pass on you because they're taking advantage of establishing the run game. So it's like, if it was more so like middle of the pack, one is good and the other is middle of the pack, then it's like, okay, we can take it. We can take that. I'm trying to think of a term to use, but if they're like this, then that means, again, I think the rush defense is just so bad that teams they're not worried about passing on you. But if they're like this, then both could somewhat still be respectable, I guess.
Number 5 is tough because the Patriots have been one of the best teams in football. Roster-wise, team-wise, we could say that they've overachieved this season. And mainly that's in due part because this guy, Drake May, is one of the best quarterbacks in football already in year 2. And what he's been able to accomplish with such an underwhelming supporting cast has been really impressive to me. But without Milton Williams on the field, we know that they're a little bit vulnerable in their rush defense. When he's on the field, it's a scary unit, one of the best rush defense in the game. He's the difference between me putting them 5 and me putting them 6. If he's on the field, I'll put them 5. If he's not, I'll put them number 6. With the idea that he'll be healthy, with them being at 100%. Touchdown?
It looks like a touchdown.
Okay, nice. Nice play by Tanj. I'm going to put the Patriots at 5 to respect them and what they've accomplished. I'll put the Chargers at 6 because I know their offensive line's not getting healthy. I know for a fact their offensive line is not going to be 100% ready to go. Oh. Christian McCaffrey is the single greatest player to ever touch a football field. I need it to be known that I love him with my heart and my soul. And Charles, if you're listening to this part of the podcast, good game, my brother. You played a great game. You fought hard all season. You overcame a lot of injuries. Unfortunately, you fell short.
I was watching the game. while they doing the podcast. It's pretty cool. We're gonna cap it off here. Yeah, like making an argument that Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the playoffs and having that as the reason why you rank the Bills first. I mean, I guess, but we'll see. It's just it makes an interesting playoffs. It makes a very competitive playoffs to have so many teams where there is this much uncertainty. And I mean, in previous playoffs though, we would have the same thing, to an extent. Like we would always lean towards Pat Mahomes, but it still would be uncertainty even when Joe Burrow, Lamar, and Josh Allen are in the playoffs. There's still uncertainty, but it's just time to crown a new AFC champion. So got to see who's gonna rise to the top. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. All right, let's check out these Pro Bowl rosters. Can't win even as the best QB if you have no support available. Nah, that's facts. That is facts. 100%.
Now trailing 20-10. Sanders will throw it. And the open field tackle is to settle for a field goal. Now trailing 20-10. Sanders will throw it.
It's a screen. What the heck? He said he ended his career. All right, let's check out these rosters. Quarterbacks for the NFC: Sam Darnold, Dak Prescott, and Matt Stafford. For the AFC: Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, and Drake May. I know Broncos fans gonna be mad at that one. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at this though. Fair, right? Yeah. Weapons are a must. He can't resort to his feet every play. Nah, that's facts. Or just good play calling. Let's see. Where's the other positions? All they dropped is the. Hold on. So we got Max and Brock Bowers making it. What a roster. Hold on. Special teamers. Vince Karonic and Luke Gifford made it. Interesting. Tressway and Jordan Stout. We got our punters. Kick returners. Okay, Rashid Shaheed and Shamir DK. Well deserved. I think Shaheed kind of took that in the last stretch, if I'm not mistaken. I think Devin Duvernay was ahead of him, but I'm assuming within his last few weeks, Shaheed took that. DK was the runaway with the AFC. Brandon Aubrey and Cameron Dicker. Respect. The safeties: Kevin Byard, very understandable, playing good this season. Antoine Winfield, very understandable. Him and Buda are probably the two most established safeties in the NFC, so I think that's fair. AFC: Jalen Ramsey, Kyle Hamilton, and Derwin James. I think this is very fair. I don't know. Y'all let me know. But Jalen Ramsey, he might be a top 3 safety, man. Might be. Y'all let me know. I look forward to watching some film or checking out some analytics that apply some of these things. The cornerbacks, we got 2 Eagles, J.C. Horn and Devon Witherspoon. For the AFC, Christian Gonzalez, Darius Stingley Jr., Pat Surtain still got in with missing time, and Denzel Ward. I think that this is the first time we see all the best corners actually get in. Like I feel like this is typically don't happen. Maybe I'm wrong, but I mean these are all pros right here for the AFC. Quinyon Mitchell, you could argue he's the best cornerback in the league right now. But the fans did good in terms of voting on cornerbacks this year. I can't really think of who you would put over any of these guys right now. So I'm definitely satisfied with this here. My Niners QBs didn't play enough between Purdy and Mack. Yeah, for sure would have had to play a lot. Let's go linebackers. Middle linebackers, Zach Bond and Jack Campbell. I don't know if Zach Bond been hooping this year. Y'all let me know. Azeez Al-Shaair. Okay. Him and Roquan. Interesting. All right. Is stream fine? Sound like it was lagging in my ear. Yo, Iowa boy, I see you. Outside linebackers, we got Brian Burns, Jared Verse, and Byron Young. For the NFC, for the AFC, we got TJ Watt, Tuli Tuipulotu, and Nick Benito. Does TJ Watt deserve it this year? I don't know if TJ Watt really been going off this year. Both of the Rams defensive ends is in here. That's interesting. I know they're both very good, but I don't know what their production is looking like this year. But I don't know what TJ Watt been doing this year. I feel like I've barely seen him this year. Defensive ends. Whoa. Okay. Aiden Hutchinson, DeMarcus Lawrence, Micah Parsons. Okay, understandable. Somebody's taking Micah's spot, obviously. Will Anderson, Max Crosby, and Myles Garrett. I like it. But and I get Max Crosby is probably more of a fan favorite, but I think you could take Daniil Hunter over Max Crosby this year. Maybe I'm wrong. People have been saying he was mid this year. Yeah, but maybe I'm wrong on Max, but I think you could definitely take Daniil Hunter over him. Somebody said this list checks out. Let me check this out. Myles Garrett, PAR. I don't know what PAR is. Interesting. Okay. I'm not gonna act like it's egregious because Max Crosby is elite, but you know, it is what it is. Eli Loki is nice this year. He a good player. I respect him for sure. But so I really, and it's not like I watch him in detail, but like from what I have seen of him, he a good player. So I ain't really got no quarrels. Interior lineman, Jalen Carter, Leonard Williams, Quinnen Williams. Quinnen finna go every year now that he with the Cowboys. Shoe in every year. Zach Allen, Chris Jones, and Jeffrey Simmons. Trying to think. I think this is fine. Trying to think, is there any other ETs? I don't know. It said not having Derek Brown. Due to player and coach votes, he did not make it. So player and coaches vote on the Pro Bowl now. Really? So maybe that's why this is such a decent list this year. Kobe Turner snubbed. I don't know, man. You can make an argument, but these dudes is nice. He top 6, boy. This is 3, so you know what I'm saying? Gotta be top 3, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of tough. Not one Vikings player. Guards. Chris Lindstrom from the Falcons, Tyler Smith from the Cowboys, Joe Thuney from the Bears, Trey Smith from the Chiefs, Quentin Nelson from the Colts, Quinn Miners, excuse me, from the Broncos. Centers, Drew Dahlman, Cam Jurgens. So the Chiefs got 2 offensive linemen up here, and the Bears do as well. So far, gotta see the tackles. Interesting. Nasa Wood, some good tackles. Good tackles. I don't got no quarrels. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. Like I watched offensive lineman in detail anyway. How many games has Jalen Carter played? That's a good question. Good question. Joe all in with 4 games. Oh, really? He only played 4 games? Wow. Them fans, man. The NFL was out here drawing injuries out of a hat and picked PM for initials. They went to draw again and decided to flip the picks around at MP. Patrick Mahomes and Michael Parsons same day. Oh, man, that's funny. Wait, I just woke up. Can you re-show? Hold on. Tight ends George Kittle, Trey McBride, very fair. I think you could argue these two. I mean, you got Brock Bowers and Travis Kelce too, but I think this is probably top 3 tight ends in the league right now. I'll probably give McBride 1, Kittle 2. You could probably go Brock 3. You could easily interchange that, but yeah. Was there anybody other than Travis Kelce that was doing anything this year at the tight end position in the AFC? They said Kelce led all tight ends in votes, but y'all, you know, I mean, he got the what's her name? What's his wife name? I can't think of her name. But you got that stimulus package. Taking Warren over Kelce. Might be fair. Taylor Swift got that Taylor Swift stimulus package. Running backs: Jahmyr Gibbs, Christian McCaffrey, Bijan. That's fair. Devon A-Chain, James Cook, and Jonathan Taylor. Dang, ain't that so weird? No Saquon and no Derrick Henry, and it's not like, yeah, man, you know, not like they fell off or anything, you know, like it's crazy, but this is definitely well deserved for these guys. Can't argue running backs. Nah, facts. No, I wouldn't argue it, but I think it just shows how much talent is in the league at the running back position. You said 6 Niners picked in total. That's pretty good. There's a lot of talent at the running back position. Fullbacks, these two, it's the same thing every year. Am I wrong or am I wrong? I don't know. I feel like it's always Kyle Juszczyk and Patrick Ricard. His wife's name is irrelevant. Nah, not at all. The fans vote for the Pro Bowl, so you're going to, like, the Pro Bowl is more so off of fans. I mean, straight up, it's about popularity. So whether it's his wife or him, maybe it's Travis on popularity, but he is popular. You know, I don't think Travis was playing to a Pro Bowl level this year. Saquon kind of fell off. I don't think Saquon fell off. I think their offense fell off. The play calling. Is that it? Back-to-back Pro Bowl nods for Zay Flowers. So this is not the full roster. Nico Collins got in? Hold on. Wait. What are receivers? Oh, no, we didn't see receivers. Okay, but why Nico got in there? Hold on. Puka, GP, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. I can't wait the ball to come in here. Amon Ra. It's cool. Look at Cortland Sutton. I shout out to Cortland Sutton, man. I think all pros this year, it's gonna be these three for sure. We're gonna see about Amon-Ra. It's 6 all pro receivers. I think we're gonna see maybe these 4 and then Jamar and Nico. We're gonna see. The season's not over with though. Interesting. WGP. No, CD is interesting, but again, you know, CD missed some time this year, so. Travis Kelce led all players in fan votes. We know his wife has something to do with that. What did Travis Kelce do this year to lead all players in fan votes? He's not the most popular player in the league, for sure. The fans vote for the Pro Bowl, so that for sure is the Swift stimulus package is irrelevant for me. I mean, I'm just tired of hearing her name when it ties to football, and I can see that aspect for the Eagles offense. AFC wide receivers is trash this year. Yeah, I mean, what's funny, you know, I think if you look at like elite offenses, the elite offenses are in the NFC only. But it's funny though, the best offenses are in the NFC and the best defenses are in the AFC. Ain't that interesting? There's no elite offense in the AFC at all. Can I look at AFC wide receiver stats? I wonder if I can do this specifically. I don't think I can. I don't think I could separate it by conference, but so for the AFC, Jamar Chase is leading in yards for the AFC. Nico Collins is number 2 in yards for the AFC. Zay Flowers is number 3 in yards for the AFC. Cortland Sutton is number 4 in yards for the AFC. So all 4 of them got in. Yeah, so the 4 leading receivers in yards got in. And same thing with the NFC. The 4 leading receivers in yards got in. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. This was a competitive list in terms of Pro Bowl voting. Tight ends, Trey McBride got in. He's leading. Shout out to him. He got 1K yards. Shout out to him, man. Who's the next tight end? Kyle Pitts. Wow, Kyle Pitts gonna crack 1K. It's very possible. He needed 150 yards over the next 2 games. Wow, that'd be dope. He's getting paid this year, this offseason, or he getting franchise tag. But you can't take Kyle Pitts over Trey McBride and George Kittle. I mean, respectfully. Like, Kyle Pitts just started picking it up over the last few weeks. Let me see. Oh, Travis got 800 yards. So Travis is leading in yards for the AFC tight ends. Okay, I'll take that back. I'll take back what I said. No. His wife does play a part, actually, because him leading in all votes for all players, that doesn't make sense. But to say for me to act like he didn't deserve to get into the Pro Bowl, he clearly deserved it. He's leading the AFC tight ends in yards, so definitely got to give him that. He got 5 touchdowns. Tyler Warren only got 4, so he got more yards than Tyler Warren. and touchdowns. He got more yards than Harold Fannin, but they got the same amount of touchdowns. And Brock Bowers got 7 touchdowns with 680 yards. Okay. Good money. How many fumbles does they have? No clue. Like 2. As of late December 2025. Zay Flowers has fumbled twice this season. Kelsey been productive for sure, but he gets glazed like he's the best tight end in the league. I gotta give him his credit for him playing at a high level. I didn't know he still had that many yards. And I'm not gonna front like he hasn't been productive this year, but again, it's just the leading all tight ends in votes. I mean, leading all players in votes. So, I mean, hey, I think the narratives have been so loud about him being washed this year, but he having a good season. Sniper, appreciate that, man. Thank you for the sub, big dog. He fumbled in 3 straight games. He fumbled versus Cincy. I said he only got 2. I mean, 2 or 3. My first time watching. And already you open minded person seem pretty chill. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. God bless, man. Thank you. I mean, well, for the most part, it looked like they got the voting pretty right this year. If we being honest, it wasn't. It's not a lot of snubs this year. Like, this is fair. Everything has been pretty fair. Nico Collins made the Pro Bowl. Good money, man. So we got him, Stingley. I can't believe Kalen Bullock didn't make it, but let me see, who are the safeties? The safeties were Derwin James, Jalen Ramsey, and Kyle Hamilton. Yeah, he don't got as much pull as them right now. But I look forward to seeing the All Pros. I look forward to seeing what All Pros look like. Because again, this is by popularity first, and I don't know. We're gonna see. That time come. What's the quarterbacks? I got you. I'll scroll back up for you. I'm taking T over Zay. I mean, he just ain't got the numbers. That's it. That's just how they go. Cowboys got 5 players in. East got 4. Ravens got 6. Eagles got 5. Rams 4. They got 6. 2. QBs, Sam Darnold, Dak Prescott, Matt Stafford, Drake May, Justin Herbert, Josh Allen. Was Ramsey locking up like that? I don't know. He been making plays this year though, so I don't know. I can't really speak for nothing in detail, to how really barely any of these players been playing in detail. I can only speak off of highlights and what I'm seeing here and there. He got touchdowns, but not yards. Herbert, I'm good with Herbert being there. Let's see. Only person you can argue Herbert over is Bo Nix right now. 3,600, 3,400, 25, 12. Oh yeah, you could definitely argue. You could definitely make a case for Bo. You probably look at some of their rushing stats maybe, but you can definitely say that Bo should have got in over him. You can make a case for T-Law too, but again, it's more so about popularity. You're a Herbert hater. I think he nice. I ain't gonna lie, but you know, it's each his own. Let me go take a leak real quick, y'all. It was bad for the beginning of the season. I think Herbert is top 3 talent wise. I definitely think Herbert has elite talent for sure. He just he ain't really been in position to consistently establish himself. Last year, their passing offense wasn't great. This year, their passing offense not great. And I don't think it's because of him. I think their play calling it's not just mad intricate or anything. I don't think they got the genius play caller. He'll be okay play caller, but I don't think he getting the most out of his quarterback. What has he shown from gameplay? I don't think he's top 7 when all quarterbacks are healthy. When all quarterbacks are healthy. You know though, he got to be just good enough in the AFC to get in the Pro Bowl though, but that's it. I was gonna touch on the let me get that video uploaded real quick. Arguably one of the most important. How was Goff not over Darnold? Oh, team record for sure. Your team record. Darnold 25-13, Goff 32-5. That's crazy. Goff doing this thing, man. How many have I done? 2, 3, 4, 3 vids so far, and then I still got the other ones from last night I need to upload. 3, 4, 5. Pro Bowl roster. I'll do some player highlights. NFC playoff picture. Where's he at? Curtain call. Hey, how things are fan voted. It said the coaches and players get votes too, which is interesting. But I don't know how they tally that up or how that works out. I think Pro Bowl should be top 3 each statistically. Yeah, but I mean that's what All Pro is for. You know, they got All Pros the more so legit, you know, legit voting and ranking. Well, contender no one is talking about. All right, I do want to get this. All right, y'all, we got curtain call replays. There was a route in here that really looked nice to me. So it's every target and catch from Puka Nacua versus Seahawks. But there was a route that he had that looked really nice, and I just want to watch some of this in detail. And yeah, just watch some Puka Nacua.
Progress. It's 3rd down and 1. Short drop.
Oh snap! Hold on. All of a sudden, it's lagging. The browser going slow. Interesting. Oh, you know, it's probably because I got that video uploading right now. Reasonable. Stream lagging. Yes, yeah. Close that. Sometimes the websites that have a bunch of ads on them, they make everything lag too. We close this here. Good now? Okay. Let me try this again.
Quick throw incomplete. Progress. It's 3rd down.
Okay.
Let's see. It's 3rd down and 1. Short drop. Quick throw incomplete. Trying to get it to Nacua.
Now, this dude he's so smooth, bro.
It's 3rd down and 1.
Dang. Obviously Witherspoon, you know, top corner in the league. Easy inside release here.
And 1. Short drop. Quick throw incomplete. Trying to get it to Nacua.
Got some good matchups for him.
24-yard
in motion right here.
Rolls, throws, caught. Nacua.
Easy.
Crowd roaring.
Good play caller. One-on-one right here. That was an amazing catch. That is a very tough catch. I can't say Josh Jobe was out of position. I mean, it's just the timing with Stafford and Puka was just amazing right here.
And it's contested.
And he just, his hands is crazy.
We saw this last week. You can't love it.
This is crazy, man. This is crazy. This is. There's no way this is 1080.
Hands being able to reach out away from his body in front of the defender and being able to pick that ball somehow.
Wow. Wow. Perfect timing. What did Josh do? What did he do wrong
Reach
here?
out away from his body in front of the defender.
The press. Oh my gosh. I think his pacing and tempo is just like his pacing, running his route is so smooth. That was crazy.
Able to bring that ball somehow back.
Wow.
Go empty here.
Inside route.
Is caught at the. Go empty here.
Oh, goodness gracious, he beat the corner. He beat the corner. Now he may have had the outside. I don't know because obviously he got inside, but this dude is such a
Throw is caught at the
good
goal line.
technician, man.
To Stafford going
Right
deep
here,
downfield,
middle of the field.
caught. There's Nakua. Nakua into Seattle territory. Look at him go to the 32-yard line.
Jones, and like you say, Al, he's not only a guy that can make plays downfield, he can do it all. He's known for everything.
Let's put in a little.
Blocking, just a great feel, the instinct.
Meanwhile, 2nd down and 8 as Stafford retreats.
Here. Good route. Oh my gosh. Oh, overthrew him. Oh my gosh.
2nd down and 8 as Stafford retreats.
Bro, this is Joe's fault for biting on it, but again, I feel like he runs his routes just like at a like the whole route is just ran at the same pace, like, you know, and it's very deceptive because again, he's not really a burner, you know, so when he does cut it on, you're like, oh, it's he gone, you know, like when he cuts it on, he's gone, you know, it's kind of tough.
Retreats, has time, throws, and overthrows Nakua. Quarter. Blitz
Where he
coming.
at?
Stafford hangs
Middle.
in, throws wide open. There's Nakua. Nakua breaking the
Good broken tackle.
being chased, and they will get him at the 5-yard line.
But the speed to be able to run away from those defenders, but rolled the dice on that 3rd down, brought those 2 inside linebackers off coverage against the safety. What a mismatch.
Trying to
One-on-one, he's been cooking everybody. Like they like the only in his video, the only time he's really getting tackled is when they have help. But he is cooking.
stretch the lead, and that
was so nice. Good execution on this play call.
What a mismatch.
trying to stretch the lead.
You got a man right here. The fact that Stafford was able to fit this in here is so wild. Oh, he threw that late. What the heck? Wow.
That is going to be hauled in by who else?
Puka. Nope. And it's just amazing.
That's so crazy.
How he does that. Looks outside, and then he
That's
brings
good
it
work by Matt.
inside to Puka. Just sensational.
That's for sure. Stafford throwing, and that's incomplete.
Okay, hold on.
Stafford
Okay. Good coverage.
throwing, and that's incomplete. In his spot from the 22-yard line. Rolling,
You know, I'm surprised they didn't make Witherspoon travel with him.
Gets taken down after a
Because
short
Job is
gain.
on him
Rush forward.
fair amount.
Caught. Nakua.
It's a good move.
Can he get the first? He cannot. 2nd down, 10.
Top of the screen.
Stafford. Deep. Reaching up. Nakua.
It's good. Nakua against Witherspoon. Who's going to win that matchup? Just enough separation.
Sheesh.
Go empty here.
Top of the screen.
Stafford fires, and nobody's home there. Nakua on the right side. Pass goes out to him, and he fights his way close to a first. You saw Nakua circled. Stafford looking that way, throwing, and it is caught. Doing it all year long.
They got amazing timing.
Stafford fires. Nakua again. Nakua will take it to the end zone.
Watch him drop into this lane on this crosser.
That was so smooth. This was so smooth. He did like a stutter right here.
Will take it to the end zone.
Watch him drop into this lane.
I seen this on this is the route that I seen on Twitter.
Again, Nakua will take it to the end zone.
Watch him drop into this lane on this crosser. He's got to wait for
The fact that he can do that and still like just maintain speed, like it's like a very quick stop, boom boom. and then just keep going. Like it's different, man.
Him to clear, not now, but right
He
there.
plays too far off.
Nobody throws that ball.
Off
better
coverage
than
be
Matthew
killing him.
Stafford. That in-
Off coverage definitely be killing him. What down with the 2nd and 9? 2nd and 9 in OT. Yeah, boy. That's where the league is at today. But it's tough because if you know that they're playing press, he can stem this. He could probably route him up outside and get a back shoulder. But I mean, I don't know. I'd rather take my chances with that than give him free yards.
Long play fake. Stafford fires.
Goodness gracious.
Nakua again. Nakua will take it to the end zone.
Watch him drop into this lane on this crosser.
Goodness
He's got
gracious.
to wait for him to clear. Not now, but right there. Nobody throws that ball better than Matthew Stafford. That in-breaking dig route.
I'm not a fan of off coverage, but it is what it is. That's where the NFL is at today. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I really wanted to watch that to see see Puka work. But hit the like button, subscribe, stay tuned, stay blessed. Takes my highlights. 66, 43. Really on I'm about done. Let me see. I don't want to see Olave. They said 2 receiving touchdowns. Who they played? The Dolphins? He was working. Wasn't nothing crazy though. Olave played the Jets. I think I passed on that right now. Should I? I'm gonna chill for right now. I'm gonna do this. Warren Fried and Olave. Yeah, Jalen Warren went off. I ain't gonna lie. 143 is tough.
Moving forward,
I'm gonna do this one last. Hopefully the arena goes live today. If they do, hopefully they go live while I'm live. And then I can stay on. But if they don't, then I'm gonna just call it a stream, and I'm gonna get to editing because I got a lot to edit. 3 touchdowns, hat trick. Yeah, they demolished them. They really made it look easy. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. All right, so we got not Shador's fault. The speakeasy debate: who's at fault for the Browns' lack of success? I watched the Tyler Shuck video. Was this yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, or 2 days ago? It was 2 days ago. And Tyler's doing good, man. He's doing his thing. And looking at that, and just looking at Joe Flacco leaving the Browns and having some success, and again the league is very much about situation. And I mean, I'm gonna let them talk, but Stefanski just hasn't really been a good play caller this year. I'm not gonna speak to how well of a coach he's been, but just specifically play calling, not been great this year at all.
Speaking of a guy that has a coach that has no idea
In a line for another 2 hours. That's tough.
what the hell he's doing.
Fire
Shador Sanders.
Stefanski. Fire Stefanski.
Fire so fan. Yeah, okay. We got to talk about Shador Sanders. Following the Browns' 23-20 loss to the Bills this past weekend, he spoke to the media and had some things to say about pleasing people. I'll let you guys.
That's dope. That look dope.
If you're in a world of pleasing people, you'll never be happy. So I'm thankful that I was able to prove to myself, that I'm able to play on time. I'm able to step up in the pocket. Like, I'm able to do that. Like, you got to speak life into yourself, because if you look.
But it would have been crazy if they would have beat the Bills 23-20. It's tough. That would have been really tough though.
External for that, it's not gonna happen.
Fellas, what do you guys think Shador has proved in his 5 starts this season?
I got some important information for y'all. There's no better place to lineups. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. That he can play in the NFL. Baseline. What level can he play? We still don't know. Is he a starter?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's like, it's I'm ready for him to get off that team, and I'm ready for Gabriel to get off that team. If they're gonna stick with Stefanski, like, can they just choose a quarterback and just be all in on him? You know, just choose somebody, pick somebody, and just ride it out with him. It's too much. It's too much of being wishy-washy with this franchise. Do I think they're going to lean towards Shedeur? I think they are, because again, he has a losing record, and Gabriel had a losing record, and we ain't hearing no talk about him getting benched at all. So I think they're going to stick with Shedeur, but I mean, we don't know for sure. But if they do stick with Shedeur, they got to do something about Stefanski, or get a different play caller.
Starter? Is he a franchise quarterback? Is he a backup? Is he a 10-year backup? Like, these are all different categories. Being a 10-year backup in the NFL is hard. You can be a backup for 2-3 years, cool. Being a 10-year backup, being a Dan Orlovsky, somebody gonna pay you for 14 years for the backup, like, that's hard. Being a backup, that's easy. Being a starter, you can start a game or two. I had 2 starts in the NFL. Being a franchise starter, that's different. All we know right now is Shedeur can play in the NFL. Like, baseline test, he can play in the NFL. I broke down Shedeur Sanders' last game. I'll post it up after the show. It's easy. Just search it on our channel. And what I noticed was that, like, Shedeur did a really good job in the pocket. And more than anything, he's grown figuring out when to run. Completely. He had 4 carries, I believe, in that game for maybe like 45, 50 yards.
Yes.
Led his team in rushing. Like, Shedeur has properly identified when to run. That's leveling up his game. Sometimes, though, he still plays the game too casually. That pick that he threw where Bosa tipped it up, it just looked casual. It looked like it was a spring game. And it's like, if this is a pick, coach will just blow the whistle.
I do agree with that to an extent. I'm not gonna lie. That pick did look casual. It did look casual.
Reset it. It just looked real like he was at Colorado, not realizing.
Media has tried to catch Shedeur slipping to get him to say something controversial, but he definitely does that well. Yeah. Bro, he got his PR trainer for sure.
You're going up against a former number 2 overall pick or 3 overall pick in Bosa, who's going to jump at this ball. The pick to Quinshon Judkins, it was just like you just missed. And in the NFL, the difference between winning and losing is 6 inches. You throw that 6 inches further ahead, Judkins catches that. So Shedeur has proved he's capable of playing in the NFL. But to add anything more to that would be hyperbole.
You said what have we like what you say?
Yeah, like, essentially, what has Shedeur proved this season?
He's a rookie, right? He's a rookie that showed some promise, and I think that he's a guy that I could see leading a franchise, right? But it's going to take some time. All the rookies that we done seen from number 1 picks to number 4 picks, they all take time. They all look kind of the same in the beginning.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like Drake May, like we and not even just Drake May, in general, bro. If you're going to select a rookie quarterback, see what you got with this rookie. Give him a full season, you know? Like, why is it so much flip-flopping? And that's what they should have did with Dylan Gabriel. But you drafted Shedeur Sanders, so now you have to play Shedeur Sanders. And, so they did it to themselves. It's like, why would you draft 2 rookie quarterbacks in the same draft? It's different if you draft one in the 1st round and one in the 7th round. That's different. But the 3rd and the 5th, that's too close. That's too close. You just set yourself up for controversy. Bro didn't do much since his 2nd year. What do you mean he didn't do much since his 2nd year? Was it interception Shedeur's fault or it was tipped? It was Shedeur's fault, but it wasn't. I don't know. The one that they're talking about, the Judkins, I can't recall it. I'll have to go back and replay that one. But the one to Bosa, that one, Bosa tipped it to himself, if I'm not mistaken. But wasn't the best. It wasn't the best. Like, it really wasn't much open. Like, if I'm not mistaken, it was a screen. But I don't know. It just looked like it could have been like, this is a bad play call, but I'm just doing what the play's telling me to do. Like, I can't really throw it nowhere else. So here it goes. Oh, pick. Oh, you know, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Burrow didn't do well his rookie season. He exploded his second year. Okay.
And they play more and more about week 7, week 8. They look a little better. And then by week 15, 16, it takes time. I just think right now with Shedeur, he's got so much hype and he's talked about so much that we're not giving him the chance to grow as an NFL quarterback. But the thing he has shown me, though, I think overall, is that he's grown maturity-wise. He's super mature, way mature than I thought. And he's learned how to talk with his play.
Yes, sir.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes,
Because
sir.
before, like, he talked his little talk and all that, and people didn't like it. So he said, okay, well, I'm going to talk with my game and give you little bits at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So that shows me, like, growth. He's playing the game the right way. That's what I would call it, playing the game.
Shady's right. I mean, what we need to see, you want to see a couple things. You want to see physical maturity, you want to see like intellectual maturity, and then you want to see emotional maturity. At a minimum, what we've seen from Shedeur this year is emotional maturity. Like, we've seen growth. I don't know if this version of Shedeur Sanders would still opt to mime an oppressor. This version of Shedeur Sanders, the moment he hears a trap question, he calls it out.
Yeah.
And he makes you feel stupid for asking it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, 4th and 2, Shedeur, you think y'all should have gone for it? Come on, man. Why y'all asking me that? Like, we want to show y'all love in the media, but when y'all ask questions like that, I can't even answer, and so now we can't even talk to y'all like we want to talk to y'all.
Impression. It was
exactly,
yeah.
That's it. Like, that is such maturity. That is such growth. That is such development. That's amazing. Yeah. So what we've seen from Shedeur is emotional maturation. Now I do want to see more on-field maturation. And the reason I want to see it is in large part because the cards are stacked against you, Shedeur.
Yeah.
And like the 2 picks Shedeur threw, that's on him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
look, this is the tough part about Shedeur right now. Most rookies got the entire season to have a full opportunity to grow and learn in the system and get the first team reps and figure out what their team is. Get to have those good games. You're going to have your terrible, awful games, and you're also going to have your games where you're going out there and you're balling. He's had a little bit of that, but in a smaller sample size. And that's another reason why I think, like, the cards he's been dealt, it's tough. It's tough to convince a franchise in 8 games that you're the starting quarterback when you were the 3rd, 4th string in fall camp, when you weren't getting any first-team reps. And then all of a sudden, through injuries and trades and whatever have you, you finally get your opportunity. Now he's out there, and I think he is growing. And I think we're going to hold him to this crazy standard. The national media is going to hold him to this crazy.
And, again, just reiterating, especially being on the Browns, he's definitely carrying himself very well. What's up, Ant? Doing good, bro. Doing good. Hope you doing all right, too. Was the biggest thing for me, again, is the situation. Play calling is not great. So do we judge somebody based off of their situation? And do we acknowledge the situation just as much we criticize them as an individual? Because again, that's like saying Saquon is washed because the Eagles' offense play calling has not been good this year. Or they have not been good this year as offense, So it's, I think we have to acknowledge that just as much we acknowledge his play and take that into account.
Crazy standard because he's Shedeur Sanders and he's starting.
What standard though? What would make the standard crazy?
The standard is crazy because of the cards that he's been dealt. Like, the standard is,
we
want you.
Like, good, bro.
Are you going to be the franchise quarterback for this organization or are you not? When in reality, it's like, man, I'm trying to find out if I'm gonna be capable of starting next week. Mm-hmm. Like at first it was, I want to keep my job. I want to go out.
If it doesn't work out in Cleveland, I think he's gonna start somewhere else. I do think so.
There, and I actually want to play next week. We don't know if Dylan Gabriel coming back from this concussion is going to just take over my job. Now it's turned into are you going to play good enough in the next 3 games to prove to the franchise that they don't need to take a
call me out on the Saquon. Nah, that was the first thing that popped in my head. But I mean, you could say the same thing about let me see, what's another player who's having a down year? Justin Jefferson. That's like saying Justin Jefferson is washed because the Vikings offense has not been great this year. You know what I mean? So we can't really feed into that. It's like saying AJ Brown is washed. Like we have to take the situation into account when we talk about players' performance. Like just as much as we're gonna talk about their performance, we got to talk about the situation that they're in. Lamar, that's fair. Lamar, O-line bad, play calling not the best. We got to take all of these things into account. Vikings, even if a backup JJ get hurt all the time, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I would not be surprised if they draft a quarterback. I don't think the quarterback. Well, it should be some decent free agent quarterbacks this year. I think at least like two. There's Trey Lance, who I think he's like 24, and there's somebody else. I can't think of who it is, but there's another free agent quarterback that's going to be out there who I think is under 30. And then, but I think the Vikings either sign or draft a quarterback maybe in like the 3rd round or 4th round. I don't think they do it in the 1st or 2nd. Like I don't think they do it in the earlier rounds. But I wouldn't be surprised if they do draft another QB, just because number one, he ain't been great, and number two, the injuries. So just get you some insurance. Tua. Now I looked at Tua's cap. I don't think they move him 2020 in 2026. It wouldn't be smart to take that dead cap hit. Maybe they do, and they just take that loss, but I don't think it'd be smart for them to take that dead cap hit. In 2027, I think it makes sense for them to do that. I don't want to make it to a video, but why not? Why not look it up? But again, at the end of the day, the point is, these players. When criticizing players, we have to speak on their situation. Oh no. Yeah, what they would take a $99 million dead cap hit in 2026. They stuck with Tua, whether they like it or not. 2027, they take a $31 million dead cap hit. 2028, they can get off of him and save some money, but they still taking the cap hit. So they stuck with Tua. That's tough.
Quarterback in the top
But let
5
me
pick.
ask you this, though, G. I don't.
Malik Willis, thank you. I think that's who it is. Malik Willis is the other quarterback who's a free agent. It's gonna be Trey Lance and Malik Willis. Both of them are going to be free agents this year. Let me see. I think that was him. Yep. Trey Lance and Malik Willis, and they both are 25. Well, he's 26. I think Trey Lance is either 25 or 24.
I think sometimes this is why
Mac Jones. Yeah, he got one more year on his contract.
I don't believe that standard's crazy. I believe that standard is the National Football League.
Yeah.
Like, it's only 53 jobs,
true.
bro. Like, It's not a lot. And it's only 32 quarterback jobs. That's it. To be in the NFL, you got to do some crazy things.
Yeah.
I don't think the
Malik best
standard of,
backup in
like,
the
hey,
league.
Shador,
That
you
might
got
be
5
right.
games. That's it. Go get active.
Yeah.
I don't think that's crazy. You remember Bill Belichick talking to Julian Edelman. He's talking to Danny Amendola. Because Danny Amendola had gotten busy, and then I think he sat out a preseason game or something, and this new up-and-comer cat named Julian Edelman was getting busy. And Bill Belichick was like, you ever heard the story of Wally Pitt? And the story of Wally Pitt being, I believe it was Wally Pitt was a starting, maybe second baseman, correct me in the chat, for the Yankees. He ends up like taking a day off, so the narrative has it, and here comes Lou Gehrig. Right? We never would have known the name Lou Gehrig if Wally Pitt didn't take a day or two off. You got small windows, bro.
Yeah.
You got small windows. The dude gets hurt, and that's it. You get a game, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, I just...
McDaniels getting stomped out. I think I mean they paid Tua, so what's done is done, but I don't know if you move McDaniels. Like you gotta ride it out because it's like, do you take a chance with a young, like a unexperienced head coach, or do you just keep McDaniels and y'all figure it out and fix it? Because do I take a random head coach and pair him with Tua because we're stuck with Tua's contract? Or do I just keep McDaniels and we fix it because we stuck with Tua's contract? I'd rather have a coach that already knows Tua than have a coach that don't know Tua. You know? Because again, you stuck with him for at least another 2 years.
This isn't like the canned sardine eras of like baseball, though. This isn't Vienna sausage era baseball. This is like Dominicans are in the league now. You know what I mean? Like I think the reason why I think it is so, and it's really the whole draft situation. That's really what I want to go back to. He's taken in an area where his talent was not representative of that, and then he's treated as a player that was taken in that area, and he's proven on the field to be a whole lot better than where he was taken. He's proven to be a whole lot better than what we've seen out of Dylan Gabriel.
Can I ask you a question, bro? And you gonna respect this. Y'all gonna get mad, and I apologize in advance. I don't care that much though. Would you suggest? I think two things are true. Shador was underdrafted, and the other quarterbacks were overdrafted. Would you now that we've kind of have a sample size?
Some of them, yeah.
I think all things are true.
I would have told you Tyler Shuck was a terrible choice. I
think now that we're really looking at,
I wouldn't have said Tyler Shuck was a terrible choice. And that's what I said at the point in time during the draft. I wasn't low on Tyler Shuck. I didn't think Tyler Shuck was bad. I liked his college highlights. But I just wouldn't have taken him over Shador. Now, to each his own, you know. And I'm telling Shador might be balling in the Kellen Moore system. He might be, but you know, they liked Shuck more, so it is what it is.
At it like Cam Ward, he's a rookie. But like if you put Shador in the
Cam Ward is a rookie. Shador is a rookie.
Draft class of the year before.
Yeah.
Drake May, Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Penix, Bo Nix, J.J. McCarthy. I'm like, you see what top 10 picks look like. Drake, Caleb, Jaden. Those were.
I'm not gonna act like Drake just played like a top 10 pick last year. I don't know about that. Nor did Caleb. Jaden did, for sure. Jaden was the only one who really went off last year. So
those are top 10 picks. Michael Penix, I don't know what they were doing. You see what those look like?
Nah, Mike nice. Mike just got injuries. And I don't like the Falcons play calling like that.
I don't know that like anybody from this quarterback class, Cam Ward, Shador Sanders, Jackson Dart, no.
Drake did play like a top 10 pick last year. I don't know about that. $2,200 yards, 15 touchdowns, 10 picks. I disagree with this. Jaden Daniels played like a top 10 pick. CJ Stroud played like a top 10 pick his rookie year. This is like a third round quarterback. I wouldn't say this is a top 10 pick. I'll accept that he didn't play the full season that Jacoby. He played in 13 games. I'll accept that Jacoby started some games earlier in the season, but I wouldn't say that this here is he played better than his stats. But if anybody puts up these stats, you're not saying that they had a good season. Like these are not considered good stats, you know, in a 13 game span.
Yeah.
I cannot remember when Caleb Williams was drafted.
They shouldn't be top 10 picks. I think Shador was underdrafted, and I also think those other quarterbacks were overdrafted, and it makes the problem.
But he's a rookie. Yeah, but that's not the level of, again, if we look at CJ Stroud's rookie year, if we look at Jaden Daniels' rookie year, if we look at these stellar rookie seasons, that's the expectation of a top 10 pick as a rookie, you know. I wouldn't say Drake may play like a top 10 pick his rookie season. He may be playing at that level now, but that wasn't it then at all. Mid play Drake's rookie season. I don't think that was a he didn't come into the league and just play like a I mean, I don't know. I don't know how else to really phrase it. Just woke up. Ravens has 6 Pro Bowlers. They're a Pro Bowler, but Wiggins isn't. You taking Wiggins over Pastor Tan, Derek Stingley, Denzel Ward. Who was the other corner? That was another good corner, another elite corner. It's too many good corners in the AFC for him to make it over them. Outside of Dart and Gabriel, I won't remember the other quarterbacks who I drafted. Dart, Gabriel, Tyler Shuck, Shador. What's Brody name? Who went to Jalen Milroe? Riley Leonard. Yeah, that's another one. Yeah.
Look exponentially.
Yeah, Stingley made the Pro Bowl.
Worse. Because Cam going number 1 makes Shador going to the 5th round looks asinine. There's not a 5-round gap between Shador Sanders and Cam Ward.
It's also situation though. Like I'm sorry, going to the Titans or going to the Browns is a crappy situation. I don't think anybody.
The Titans situation is worse. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Cam Ward is in a worse situation than Shador, but they're both in bad situations. Like neither one of them really lucked up and hit. You know what I mean? Like it seemed like when CJ Stroud got drafted to the Texans, it just seemed like a perfect fit, perfect situation. Everything was smooth. Jaden Daniels just another one, perfect fit. You know, just off the rip. What's his name? Drake May. There was some potential there with the Patriots last year. They had some bright spots on that roster and going into a offseason. Like you knew the prior offseason they have a whole bunch of cap. So like there's some bright spots for Drake May's second season. You don't really see too much of that with the Titans or the Browns. I mean, I guess you could say Browns got a good defense. Titans have a lot of cap, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know who really want to go there. You know, it don't seem like the most attractive destination. And then it's like the Patriots have a good head coach. The Titans and the Browns don't. So I don't know. Again, the Shador and Cam are definitely not in great situations at all.
You could have drafted Caleb Williams to go play in this Browns offense. He would have looked like dog crap. Drake May would have looked like dog crap.
And people say Nashawn should have got in over Quinion. That's crazy.
Like any of these guys would have looked terrible. The situations are a whole lot better. But the thing is, you draft that guy like Cam Ward. He got an entire year as a starter to be able to figure it out, and they're still going to ride with him going into next year and try to build some pieces around him. The Browns, it's now a question of like, oh, well, we don't know if we actually.
I got one final question, and I've never asked this before. Now that we know, would you suggest it outside of the ego and the money, all things? Caleb getting drafted in the 5th round has actually benefited him. Shador, apologies. Shador getting drafted in the 5th round, has it actually benefited him 2-5 in this sense? If Shador would have gone number 3 overall to the Browns and had extrapolate his season, right? Currently has 6 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Say he would have went number 3 overall to the Browns and he would have had 14 touchdowns and thus 22 interceptions. Do you know the brimstone and hellfire?
Yeah, but the thing is, it wouldn't have mattered. Why that wouldn't have mattered? Maybe any other season it would matter. It wouldn't have mattered this year because Cam Ward is playing terrible with the Titans, and I'm not blaming that on Cam. He's not playing. I ain't gonna say terrible. He's just not playing good. But I'm not blaming that on either one of them. But since the number one overall is playing bad, they're not going to judge Shedeur as bad because Cam Ward is playing bad too.
Would be going
I
right
don't
now.
think it goes like that though, because now I know I'm a starter. Right now I know
What's
I
up,
got
RJ?
security. Now I'm getting reps with the first team. Right, like mind you, he's got reps with the first team the last 4 weeks.
4 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, that ain't nothing though. So now I come into camp, and I got Joe Flacco who's teaching me the game, right, an older vet, and I'm the guy. So now I'm getting all the first team reps. Things might have been a little different for him. So I can't just look at that scenario and say, "Oh,
And
you're
just
right."
play it as
Yeah,
out.
I
If
can't
he
do
gets
that,
drafted
no.
number 3, also, we're not having a conversation about him being the starting quarterback next season. He's likely going to be the starting quarterback next season.
Everyone knows Cam ain't the problem. I think it's very fair to say the same thing with Shedeur. To say Shedeur is the problem and Cam is not the problem, like they're both not the problem. Both of them are in bad situations when it comes down to play calling. Very bad situations. I think again, I do feel like the situation in Tennessee is worse, but play calling for the Browns is not good at all.
And also, you're going to be able to draft
think
a
about this.
lineman next year together.
But think about
In the world we live in, called Earth, logic does not always apply. Throwing more interceptions than Geno is nuts. Yeah, I don't think Shedeur would have thrown 20 interceptions in a season. But yeah, if he would have played bad, they're gonna look at like the cop out, the easy quick cop out. But they probably, again, you're right. They probably won't look at it like that, just because it's Shedeur. But the easy thing to look at, what is the number one overall pick doing? Oh, he doing just as bad. So, like you got to give him grace if you're gonna give Cam Ward grace as well. Browns gonna beat the Steelers on Sunday. No DK. That pass game gonna suck. I think Steelers gonna find a way to figure it out. But then again, that's a toss up. That's a toss up. Nah, that's a toss up. We'll see.
how much more harsh the criticism would be. Because if you the number 3 overall pick, it's gloves off.
Yeah, but your first year,
it's gloves
your
off.
first year,
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I think Dart has surprised me this year. I did not think he was all that in college. I think he had a lot of potential. He had a lot of potential. That ball play calling is not great. That ball play calling was not great. What it looked like to me, that ball can only have a good offense if his quarterback can make plays, because Russ is not as athletic as Jackson Dart. And Russ was set up for failure. Russ, the play calling was bad. Jackson Dart comes in, and what's the same thing? The play calling is not great with Jackson Dart. What is that ball relying on? He's relying on Jackson Dart to make plays with his legs. And now there's no dab ball. The play calling is even worse now. The O-line is bad. So what does Dart have to do? If nobody's open and my O-line is bad, I gotta run. That's all he can do. He has to run. So, like, the only rookie quarterback that's in a good situation. I mean, you could say Jalen Milroe's in a good situation because he's sitting behind Sam Darnold, but it's Tyler Shuck. He seems to be the only quarterback in a competent situation. They'll just say it's a bad QB draft year. Nah, I'm not gonna front. I don't think this draft. Obviously, this draft class is not as good as last year's, but I don't think these dudes are bad. We just got bad coaching in the NFL. Like, straight up. Like, Dabo got fired for a reason. He don't still got his job. People are saying fire Stefanski for a reason. Cam Ward, head coach, got fired for a reason. So all three of these rookie quarterbacks, head coaches, 2 have gotten fired. 1 has been talked about getting fired. So I don't think it's I can't blame these guys. Like, they definitely shown talent for me, for sure. Cam Ward has shown some talent. Again, he drafted number 1 overall. I had Shedeur as the best quarterback coming into this draft class. I did not have Jackson Dart rated that high, but Jackson Dart he's shown some good stuff this year. I think his ceiling could be higher than either one of them two, potentially. I'm not gonna stamp that, but he's definitely shown some amazing flashes this year. I think if you put him with a good play caller, I think he can do some really good things. He got a good deep ball. His mobility is better than probably every quarterback in his class aside from Milroe. You know, in terms of him behind the pocket. I'm not gonna say his decision making is the best. I think his decision making is good, but I think it's more so the situation than the coaching. That Dart was not throwing 33 yards when that ball was there. I don't know. I said their play calling is worse now than it was with that ball. So I don't think that ball play calling was great at all. Like I remember watching the film of that game that Russ started versus the Commanders. Oh my, bro, they made no Russ was getting blitzed, pressure on pressure so much. They made no adjustments. They didn't block a tight end. They didn't block a running back over and over again, and he's just getting cracked. And then there was nobody open. So it's just like what do you what's going on? And I like the quarterback. I like the coach who can call good plays with a pocket quarterback over the coach who can only call good plays with a mobile quarterback, because the mobile quarterback is improvising and he's making up for some of your bad play calling. If you can call good plays with this dude who's gonna sit in the pocket all day and he can't move, then you know how to really break down the defense. You think Dart is a franchise QB? I'm with it. I would ride it out with him being a franchise quarterback. I think he got a lot of potential. Give Sanders an O-line, please and thank you. We're gonna see Riley Leonard probably the best, or Will Howard. Interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. I wouldn't mind seeing Will Howard play, but I like Riley, but I'm not super high on Riley. I do like Riley though, but I'm not as high on him as the other 4 quarterbacks starting right now. They're in the best situations. I mean, they starting, but I wouldn't say their situations are good. Like I wouldn't call them, best. Hopefully they'll sit down Rivers and we can see Riley or Anthony Richardson play. But we'll see.
We'll get some grace.
But you would also look at Cam Ward's season and be like, oh well, okay, this is just the Titans and the Browns are dog crap.
Right.
Like,
Another thing about Shador, I was thinking about, when you are the guy, now the offense is, we're gonna base the offense around you.
Yeah.
Compared to right now, he's just running a Kevin Stefanski offense that Dylan Gabriel was running. That, you know what I'm saying? It's just like I just gotta go with the program because I'm just the third string guy that now they let me start. But if I'm the number one dude, everything goes through him. It'd be a lot different.
It's a funny thumbnail. Yeah. Dart played 10 games and been evaluated for concussions in half of them. Crazy. Unfortunate. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think these guys are in bad situations. Even if Will Howard was to play for the Steelers, I think Will Howard would be in a bad situation because the Steelers' play calling is not good. Aaron Rodgers reinvigorated, or whatever the word is. He has brought some spark to that offense. That offense has been bad since Ben Roethlisberger retired. This is the absolute best I've seen that offense look since Big Ben has retired. I don't even know if Will Howard will be in a great situation offensively. Reinvigorated. Is that apply? Reinvigorated. I'm gonna just let reinvigorated. Yeah, that works. Reinvigorated. Gave new energy or strength to. Okay, so that worked too. It's not I mean, straight up, it's not a lot of good offensive coaching in the NFL. And it's either you got an elite quarterback who can make up for your bad offensive play calling, or you got good play calling that can match the production of this QB, you know, and it's just not a lot of get respect. Kenny Two Gloves, you know, Kenny was cool, but you know, again, he played in a bad system. I don't think he played in a really intricate offensive system. If I'm being honest, I don't think he was great, but you know, he was competent for sure. But as well, again, you know, I don't think that system was good. Like, I think they could have got it done with Kenny. Like you know, they could have been a good offense again with the right offensive minded coach, because they were all in on him. That's really all it takes for a quarterback to grow and thrive. You got to be all in on them. Which they got the first step right, but they never got the second step right, which is again, you know, bringing in a good football mind. And yeah, it is what it is. Off topic, what shirt brand is that? Looks like good material. Oh, it actually is I don't know the material, but I did use the workout. It was a workout shirt. My last job, that was it. I don't know material, but next time you in here, I'm gonna remember that. I'm gonna look it up. Actually, but going back to the quarterbacks though, definitely bad situations, and unfortunately, we might see one of these quarterbacks get moved on from within the next few years, and it'll just be a cop out to a bad organization, you know. The brand of the shirt is Sport Tech. SPORT. Let me look this up. The brand of the shirt. It is comfortable though. For sure it's comfortable. Oh, it's interesting. $8 a shirt. Oh wow. Didn't know this. But the company put their own brand on it. Interesting. Dark not lasting. We'll see. I think he is. I think Shedeur gonna be the first one to go. If somebody else had to go, Dark would probably be second. But again, that's just due to that's due to an incompetent front office. But at the same time, I don't think the Giants are gonna do that, because it's like, it's just you got to reflect. Look at what we just did with Saquon. Look at what we did with Daniel Jones. Do we want to let another guy walk, and then they go somewhere else and they play good? You know. So I think you got to do it right this time. What do you think of Mac Jones this year? When the Niners, Mac played good. How old is Mac Jones? Let me leave that tab open because might give me some more long sleeves. Mac Jones is 27, so by the time he's 28, he can go and start for a team, because I ain't gonna lie, if he plays good enough football, I mean, we seen Geno Smith get a job starting. Jacoby Brissett just took Kyler Murray's job. I don't think Jacoby Brissett is a long-term option, but Geno Smith turned to a long-term option in his 30s. Sam Darnold. How old is Sam? Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's 28. Oh my gosh, Sam is young still. Wow, he ain't even hit 30. Wow. Oh my. That is interesting. Wow. And he just turned 28. Sheesh. Talking about concussion wise, he gets hit too much. I think they'll reevaluate this offseason. I think he's gonna take care of that, hopefully. But they definitely got to do better by him. Knocking concussion down. Minnesota needs a quarterback. Minnesota probably drafting one. I think so. Is it either they're drafting one or they sign a Malik Willis or Trey Lance? I will go after Malik Willis though. But Vikings not giving up on JJ. The best way to do it is draft a quarterback in a fourth, fifth round. That's the best way to do it. Because if you go outright and sign a quarterback in free agency, then it kind of kills, borderline. It kind of kills the JJ thing. But like, you kind of be sneaky about it, and it's like, we can have a QB battle because Malik Willis is only going to want to go somewhere where he's competing to be the. I gonna lie, these nice, and then when I am working out, they fit nice. I've been out the gym for a little bit, but you know what I'm saying. When I'm in shape on the money, you know what I'm saying, they look nice too. But yeah, we're gonna see. But like Arch draft means you could get a gym. I think again, if you want to be sneaky about it, I think you draft a quarterback in the later rounds. I think they give JJ another year. If they don't, they'll go after Arch. I mean, hey, it might be another quarterback better than Arch. You know, we'll see when that time comes. In terms of that topic, but we'll see. Like Arch is a QB for Kevin O'Connell style of offense. Yeah. I feel like we could have said that with JJ McCarthy though, if I'm being honest. Like prototype wise, I don't feel like he was far off from Sam Darnold, like as a prototype. But it just didn't work out, obviously. But huge new leaks from the Epstein files. Interesting. Why people not keeping the same energy they have for Keon with Leggett? I think people are still trying to push Keon as the number one receiver because the Bills don't have a lot of receivers, so they need him to show up. The Panthers don't need Xavier Leggett to show up because they drafted Ted McMillan in the first round, and Jalen Coker has been playing good. So they don't really like the narrative of pushing Leggett is kind of over with. Cough, cough, like the Niners did with Purdy. Yeah, the Niners definitely hit with Purdy. Definitely. What up, football? You saw the Avengers leaks? No, I did not see the Avengers leaks. We got some leaks. Interesting. I'll check that out. Oh, the Arena Live? Or did they just post this late? Oh, yeah, they posted this late. I forgot they talked about this the other day, and I already talked about that, so I ain't gonna revisit it. DK future guarantees voided? What the heck? Oh wow, dang, that's tough. I know that hurt. Oh, the Avengers trailer was a trailer, but it's a 10-second clip. All right, let me take a leak real quick.
Hey guys, it's your favorite Unk here. Go ahead and click that subscribe button below so you don't miss a single episode of Nightcap. That button right here. Come for the sports, stay for the stories. DK Metcalf has been suspended 2 games without pay by the NFL for conduct detrimental to the NFL for initiating physical confrontation with a fan. According to the NFL release, DK actions violate league policy that specifies player may not enter the stands or otherwise confront fans at any time on game day, and if a player makes unnecessary physical contact with a fan in any way that constitutes unsportsmanlike conduct or presents crowd-controlled issues and or with risk of injury, he will be held accountable. DK plans to appeal the suspension, according to Adam Schefter. Ocho, if the suspension stands, DK will forfeit $555,556 in 2 games. But here's the most important issue: if the suspension holds, he voids $40 million in future guaranteed money.
Wait, bring that.
The gentleman that he confronted Ryan Kennedy, the Detroit Lions fan involved in the altercation, denied he used a racial slur, misogynistic, or hate-based language during the incident, according to the statement released by a Michigan law firm. According to Tom Pelissero, DK had a history with this Lions fan he confronted Sunday. Metcalf reported the same fans to Seahawks security last season while playing with Seattle. Also worth noting, when DK joined the Steelers, he told a radio play-by-play broadcaster that he prefers to be called DeQuillen, but goes by DK because it's easier to pronounce. I think I read somewhere, now I'm not sure, don't quote me on this and don't hold me, but I think he reported, he might have reported it to security, Steelers security. I don't know, but this is what we know. What he reportedly, what he's allegedly told you, what he allegedly reported, I think, James Harrison, and what this gentleman, it does not. There has to be some.
Bro, him potentially losing $40 million over that is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Crazy.
There has to be someone that was in that vicinity that heard the back and forth between the two.
There is a clip out. There's a clip out. We watched it last night on stream. I'm actually about to post my reaction to that in a little bit. I'm gonna let this video marinate for a little bit longer. But there's a clip out. You couldn't hear the fan saying nothing to DK. So I don't know, man. Genuinely, I don't know.
There has
to be, and obviously there was audio that came out today, audio that's not clear, audio that does not state what was said or exchanged between those two. The audio that you do hear is the people that, for one, the people that are literally sitting next to, holding the camera. Listen, he has no reason to lie. He has no reason to lie, and what I don't do,
So this was in his contract. That's crazy. Fails to practice or play with the club for any reason, which includes a player suspension. So he signed up what a 4-year deal for 132. So all it took was for him to get suspended one time, and his guarantees is void. That's tough. His agent should have read that. And, like, can we get this part taken out? Just in case. That's crazy.
I do not condone putting your hands on the fan. I don't condone that. That's absolutely that.
Yes.
No matter what they say, no matter what they say, you should not.
40 M's for hitting the fan. He basically got sued, and he finna get sued. That's like on top of it. That's so, bro. It ain't even worth it. It was not worth it. I saw your Pro Bowl video. You said Pitt's gonna crack 1K. He got to play the Rams next. London being back doesn't help his case for 1K. 150 over the span of 2 games. Well, that's like 70 yards a game or something like that. 75 yards a game. With Drake there, it's not super likely. But I mean, if they play their cards right, it could help. Because again, now Drake is a threat that's taking away coverage from him. But they haven't looked at it like that all season apparently, because they just started using him for real.
Touch a fan. Now going back and having a verbal altercation, now that's okay. A little trash talk back and forth, ain't nothing wrong with that. But I don't condone putting your hands on the fan, but there's certain people that you can't tell them how to react based on what you say to them. I know, listen, it's freedom of speech. You can say what you want to say, but also with that,
I would do the same thing. I'm not letting anybody call me a racial slur and get away with it. Bro, you gonna risk giving up $40 million. You're going to risk getting sued. You're going to risk sacrificing your paycheck and getting suspended just because somebody calling you names. I'm not worried about it, man. I'm not worried about that, bro. But again, to each his own. People got their triggers. That doesn't validate it. It's still dumb that he responded that way. But it like there, in no way was it worth it. There's there's no way where it was. Yeah, it don't matter his pride. It don't matter what the fan said. The fan could have said whatever he wanted to say. He could have said the most insane, hurtful, whatever thing. It ain't worth it. I'm finna go to the other side of the bench, or I'm going to some official, and I'm gonna let them know, hey, can we get this guy up out of here? He's harassing me. He just called me X, Y, and Z. Can we get him out of here? And they're gonna take the player side before anything. DK lied about the racial slur. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't care what he called me. Not gonna lie. If anything, at worst, you could say something crazy back to him. At worst. But that's way better than putting your hands on the dude. Way better. Why would someone lie? People lie. People lie all the time, bro. It's life. People lie all the time. That's something George Pickens would do. I don't know. I got a feeling GP wouldn't do it. I think GP would have said something back. I don't think he would have put his hands on the dude.
You can control what people do if they choose to do something, depending on what you say. And that's what I said yesterday. And I said yesterday that NFL, they're gonna come down now.
Oh, they're gonna, yeah. I said, Ocho, he gets suspended. I thought
it'd been a $50,000 fine. I thought it'd been a $50,000.
No, it was never gonna be 50.
But
I don't think he getting fined at this point. Knowing that he's finna, they already suspended him without pay for 2 games. I don't think they're gonna fine him. Knowing that if they win this, he's finna that'd be crazy if they fine him and he get his guarantees voided. That'd be so crazy. But we'll see because he's gonna appeal it, and he's gonna have to go to court with Buddy for putting his hands on him.
I mean, hey, listen, it's man.
His career cooked after this? Nah, heck no. He very talented football player. Ain't nothing but having him, and he's under contract, so he good. It's like career wise, he's fine. But he just sacrificed a whole bunch of money. DJ Turner got snubbed. Respectfully, nah. DJ Turner is playing good this year, but I wouldn't say he got snubbed. The corners for the AFC is nice, bro. I just remember Christian Gonzalez, Derek Stingley Jr. Derek Stingley, Denzel Ward. Who's the other one? And Pat Surtain. I'm taking all of them over DJ Turner. DJ playing good this year. I'm not gonna front. He is playing good, but I'm not gonna say he got snubbed. I'm gonna go back and look at the numbers. Like I need to go. I need to look at the analytics and see for sure. But I don't know if I say he got snubbed.
It sucks. It sucks
for
the Lions, for their fans in general. Yeah. Just for this thing to even be on them, for that, for this to even happen. They have so many good things going on already for them. For DK, DK's been DK's been a hothead. Not really with the fans, but on the field in general.
On the field, he's grab face mask.
Got one more year in New York.
Yeah. So I mean, for him, it sucks as well. The whole $40 million guarantee
Brees Hall got one more year too,
based on whatever it may be. I'm not sure how that even implies or is even part of the situation in general. So you would probably have to explain that for me a little bit more in depth, how that would even affect this in general.
Any suspension triggers a board of guaranteed money.
Well, that's if
league suspension or team suspension.
That's it triggers it, but.
I mean, he already got suspended, so ain't that established already?
The team itself would have to. They can pull back from that if they want to, though. Okay. But he ain't got nothing to worry about that.
Garrett resigned?
And he ain't got nothing to worry about. They wouldn't be nasty like that. They wouldn't be nasty like that.
I don't know, man. I don't know too many teams that's really give 40 million. But I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree. I totally agree. I just think the thing is that now players, you see and you have to be careful now. We're in a sue happy time. Players, somebody says something that you deem inappropriate, go get NFL security.
He did. Goodness gracious. When did he do that? He was drafted in 2022, so his contract would have ended in 2026. So when did he re-sign? I'm assuming to start 2025. What beginning of this offseason he re-signed? Let's say 2026. So then 1, 2, 3, 4. He got extended for a 4-year deal. I'm assuming maybe the beginning of this offseason. I don't know. That's tough. It is what it is.
Have that person removed. And
why he do that? Maybe things were looking bright, and then it's the money. You know, it's the money. Because sometimes players re-sign at the time where the team is doing good, or the situation is looking very favorable, so it makes sense to re-sign. And then next thing you know, all it takes is a year or two, and everything that just flipped upside down.
Process of having that person removed, they're probably going to lose if that's their tickets, those season tickets, they're probably going to lose those. And if whoever seats they're in, they're going to lose those because they're responsible for whomever sits in that seat.
I don't.
So that's because you see that with bad.
Yeah, he signed before this season. So this offseason, this previous offseason, he re-signed. And I guess he like, man, we got Justin Fields. We got a new head coach. We got Sauce Gardner. We got we got Quentin Williams. You know what I'm saying? We got a little squad. We got a squad.
Basketball now. These guys ain't going back and forth. All that trash talking now is come here, right here. Yeah,
hey, but Bond, I don't like. See, you're different. Well, you know, I love to talk. I love a healthy exchange of pleasantries. You know, I don't know what it is with this era, but our era, I like going to play in Baltimore.
All right, Ant, take it easy, bro. Take it easy.
I like going to play the Steelers. I like playing.
Why is Breece Hall still there? Breece got one more year on his contract, so I think that's why. If I'm not mistaken, let's go ahead and double check.
In a way, I like playing in chaotic, hostile environments. I enjoy the altercations back and forth.
Nope, Breece is a free agent this year. Breece is going into free agents. They gotta be like they gotta. They're franchise tagging him. Either they're franchise tagging him, or they think they're confident that they're gonna re-sign him. One of the two. Because there is no way that he's gonna be a free agent, and you could have traded him and you didn't, while he's on a rookie deal. There's like, if they lose him this offseason, get rid of the head coach, get rid of the GM. Get rid of him. Whoever was in charge of trades this season for the Jets, get rid of them. But that makes no sense.
Love the exchanges of pleasantries with fans who are not part of the Bengals. Like, I like that. That's fun for me. There's really nothing you can say that get me angry, because before I get angry, I'm gonna tell you, ugly ass, I love you anyway, and we're gonna keep going back and forth. We can go back and forth all goddamn game. So I don't understand what it is about players from this era, in a sense, where what fans say actually shouldn't bother you. Like, have fun with it, enjoy it, banter back and forth. No matter what they say, if they say something crazy, you say something crazy back. In just words, in just words. That's the way I look at it. Now, everybody doesn't react the same.
Nah, they could probably say something. They could probably say something about your mom or your grandma that's not just words.
Man, my mama whoop your.
How you feeling about CJ Stroud? CJ decent, bro. Again, more than CJ, I don't like our play calling. You know, if I'm being completely honest, and I think to any player, just realize that's Chad. That's funny. I think to any player, bro, if you're playing in a bad offensive system, we're not going to see the best out of you. And our OC, this is his first time being an offensive coordinator. So, I mean, hopefully it's better next year, but I don't really care for our play calling. CJ, I'm not gonna act like CJ just played great, but it's the same thing. It's the same thing that we see with every bad play caller in the NFL. What play caller is bad, and their quarterback is performing at a high level? Is none, unless you just have an elite quarterback, which is Lamar, and Lamar's not playing great this year, or Joe Burrow, or Josh Allen, or Mahomes. Like, that's it. So, and I wouldn't even act like Josh Allen is playing like just ultra great this year. Mahomes wasn't playing like at an insane level this year. He was playing good with what he had, but like, everybody's capped based off of the system that they play in. If you play an elite system, you're going to look elite if you are elite. But yeah, Texans play calling is really a issue for me. More than CJ Stroud is an issue for me. You think that he the guy going forward? Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, that's not a question. CJ the franchise. That's without question. For sure. Last year the play calling was bad. If it was CJ, we wouldn't have fired the offensive coordinator. We fired the OC. This year, bro, we can clearly, if you're watching, you can clearly see, bro, the play calling not great. So red zone play calling bad. Play calling in general just not great. So I think they're trying to. I think the reason why they didn't fire the OC this year is because they just fired the OC last year. So they're trying to be patient with him. But we'll see what they do in the offseason. I think either they keep him, or if there's somebody that's just that much better available, then they go and get that guy. But I think it's really no point in firing him for another mid offensive coordinator. If it's not a clearly better OC, then you got to roll with bro until that comes up. First time ever OC, yeah. He said, I hate my coach. The only reason why my glory is Cleveland Browns are not good. McDaniel's not getting fired. Nah, he's not getting. I think, honestly, bro, I think the Dolphins are sticking with McDaniel's and Tua. But I do think they should ask Tua to restructure his contract. I would do it. I would ask him. If he do, he do. If he don't, he don't. But I would ask, But we'll see.
Your ass. See what you talking about?
So I think but here's the thing, OJ.
Todd Monken will be an OC next year. I wonder if he'll be head coach.
If you get the best of him, then all of a sudden that trigger.
You said sadly. You like Todd Monken? You think he's doing a good job?
They start saying trigger.
Okay.
Because
I see.
My grandpa used to always say, boy, he say, if you give the devil a ride long enough, eventually he gonna drive the car.
Man, don't stop right there. Don't. Hey, wait.
Don't you write that down? Ocho.
Hold on. Hey, boy, you think you slick? I got my pen right here. Now you pull that one out of nowhere. Now you put my kids took my goddamn notebook, man. I'm gonna put it in my notes. Hold on. Ooh.
Hey, boy, that was a good one, boy. You talking about Tua?
God damn, that was a good one. Hold on, bring that to me one more time.
Yeah, you give the devil a ride long enough, eventually he'll drive.
Oh my God.
Then what?
DJ Turner over Denzel Ward. I mean, we could look at some numbers real quick. Let me pull up some numbers. Let's see. Let's compare the two. DJ Turner and Denzel Ward. Let's see who really playing better this year. For real. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it, but let's look at it real quick. I like Monken. What do you like about Monken? Is it that he like what is good about his play call? I haven't seen nothing that I like about the Ravens play calling. Like the running game is the running game. You can't call you can't call plays for like you can't say, oh, the OC is the reason why Derrick Henry's doing good. Derrick Henry's gonna run the ball. He's him, you know. You can't OC can't take credit for that. I think you can't take credit for Lamar escaping and, you know, breaking sacks. Patullo been doing good these last few games. Maybe he just needed more experience. We'll see. Playoffs gonna tell a lot. Playoffs definitely gonna tell a lot. We'll see. Cincinnati. PS2, Quinion, and Stingley. Everybody else under them. I'm with you on that. I think that's top 3 right there. Tua, TBI, Tua. What is TBI? Tua. I mean, you can't just ask somebody to just play better. It don't work like that. They gotta get in the lab and figure out what's going on and what's wrong. Derrick Henry wasn't performing that good at the start of the season. He wasn't? I don't recall. Maybe I'm tripping. No, I think he did have a little stretch where he was playing a little bad. Against the Bills, he ran for 169. He had a little stretch where he played bad. It was a 4-game stretch. But the Texans, I can't blame him for this though. Look, the Browns top 5 run defense, Chiefs top 5 run defense, Texans top 5 run defense. So I mean, like, do we really criticize him for? And he only got 8 carries versus the Chiefs. Do we really? Because I mean, Jonathan Taylor's is doing the same thing right now. Jonathan Taylor has not been good this last month and a half, but Jonathan Taylor has played 4 top 5 run defenses. So I mean, I wouldn't really criticize Derrick Henry for this. That's not something I would really Joey Porter over both of them. Joey has been playing good this year. Joey has been. Traumatic brain injury. Okay. What's this? Posted a link. That'd be a streak. I was gonna post a whole paragraph on Monken, but I can't do that in this chat. Gonna take too long. DJ Turner was snubbed for the husk of Denzel Ward. Okay. Coverage snaps 527, coverage snaps 403. Catch percentage 49%, 62%. So more targets and less catches allowed. Forced incompletions 15, pass breakups 13, touchdowns allowed 4, interceptions 2, pass rating allowed 82. I mean, yes, statistically this is a much better season. Yeah, he's playing better than his award. For sure. I would definitely I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna try to do it at the end of the season. I'm gonna try to like really go in depth and watch the film, like every coverage snap, every target. I want to watch that and like judge it, with context, is because if you're giving up a quick pass, like a screen, I'm not gonna judge a player for that. In PFF they do that. They will put on there. It could be a quick pass or something that really wasn't even the cornerback's fault, or they don't include situation. It's legit stats for sure, but I do want to do that at the end of the season, go and look in detail and see what's going on and rank all the cornerbacks. I think that'd be fun. I think Joe Brown needs to request a trade because that O-line is horrendous. Joe Brown. Are we gonna run 2K later? I don't know about that. We're gonna see. PFF be lying. Now PFF they again the stats are correct. But you know, again, there's context to every stat. That's it. You know, that's just like, you know, a quarterback throws for 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns and 10 picks versus quarterback who throws for 4,000 yards. You know, like and when you're comparing players, like there's always context that's not included in the numbers. You know, did quarterback A, like, did he do a lot of dump offs and a lot of screens, and his receivers do a lot of yards after catch? And quarterback B was you know, maybe he was actually bombing and you know, maybe his completion percentage is better, you know, X, Y, and Z. But you know, that's the stuff that the film tells. What you got to do is the stats are the stats for a reason, but you got to just see where the film matches up with the stats. Gonna be interesting, Depth of target 10.5 yards, 14.1 yards. So Denzel's giving up more short stuff versus DJ. Some of the stuff that he's giving up is longer. So again, and that's where I gotta watch the film. I gotta see what's going on. I can definitely commend this here. Forcing completions and pass breakups. This is really good. But yeah, I gotta see the situation. You know, see, it's gonna be fun to watch. Who's winning MVP? Matthew Stafford. I might do a video about that. That'd be time consuming, but I mean, I could do that tonight. 9 years later, Lamar still has no hope. Ravens have had 34 Pro Bowl selections with 26 different players since 2021, while the Bengals have had 12 with 4 different players. You know, we've been saying this for years, though. The Ravens have had good players, but when the last time the Ravens had a good defense? Like let's be real, you know? Like when the last time that collective defense has played at an elite level? I can't remember the last time where we talked about the Ravens having an elite defense, but they consistently have good players. What video tonight? DJ Turner. DJ Turner. Maybe compare his film to Denzel Ward film. I might work on that tonight. 2019, 2022, 2023 we did. Like I said, I recall this team being good. I don't know if this defense to be elite. 2019, 2022, 2023. 2019. Baltimore had number 3 scoring defense. That's very good. 2022. Baltimore had number 3 scoring defense. That's pretty good. And 2023. Baltimore had number 1 scoring defense. Wow. Interesting. Overall, Denzel better. DJ better this year. Unlike Acho, I don't lie. That's good money. 16.2 points per game. That's very good. Acho do be yapping without stats. Dave Flowers made the Pro Bowl with these stats: 2 touchdowns, 3 fumbles. Yeah, what it is. Two years ago, they didn't have a top 5 defense. top 5 is fine. You know, I was like I said, I was referring to more so elite. You know, because again, they constantly have like a lot of good players on that defense. I was just wondering, like, when have they played at that level? Why would they add this feature called wear and tear? Hate college football. Playing that game, I'll never experience somebody getting injured. Like, at least playing online. Not that I recall. Mike McDonald, the reason? Oh, now that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. What year? He left last year, right? Like, he left this past year? This past offseason? Got to give credit. Harden and Tyson and Ward been good, along with Hickman and Delpit. 2023 he did. Okay. And Marlon Humphrey to the XFL after this year. I think Hundley is a good keep, you know, in terms of like having a good veteran. But I think they need to be aggressive at the cornerback position and find some legit help, you know, like some top tier help at the cornerback position, because they haven't had like, when the last time they had a shutdown corner? Like, again, Marlon, even the year that he made All Pro, I remember seeing him get caught on, you know. So and like, they can't be our only corner, you know. Wiggins has been playing good, but I don't know who else y'all got. And I just think you need more, like, in today's NFL, because everybody has 2 good receivers. So it's like, in the AFC they don't, in the NFC they do. Well, in AFC, I think the Patriots receivers are respectable, even though they're not like elite like that. But I think they're respectable. Diggs don't play full games, but the Bengals do. The Bengals got 2. They're the only team in the AFC. They got 2 really, really nice receivers. Marvel released the trailer for Doomsday, but I can't watch that on stream. I'm gonna watch it later because the stream will get copyrighted for sure. I remember last said FJJ McCarthy. Yeah. Marlon be getting fried outside, move him back. Move Marlon back outside. I mean, you don't think the same stuff will happen outside, inside? Like, he was getting, I remember when he was playing outside versus Jamar Chase, he was getting cooked by him. So, I mean, I just think they need to upgrade. Like, again, he's cool, but you need more. Straight up. T deserved it. Let's see. What T numbers looking like? Cheeto been very nice this year. I gotta look at his numbers. Where's T Higgins? How many games T missed this year? T Higgins 720 yards with, is that 10 touchdowns? 720 with 10 touchdowns. Zay got 1,000 yards. Oh, they're gonna give it to Zay. They're gonna give it to Zay. They're gonna give it to the receiver. They got 1K. That's understandable. I could see that. He just if T would have played every game this year, yeah, I mean, yeah, they for sure gonna vote him over Zay. But you know, it is what it is. So AJ and Devontae finna crack 1K. That's positive to see. They both need 70 more yards in 2 games. That's happening. Zay better than T. To each his own. If I needed a receiver to take over a game, I'm taking T Higgins in a heartbeat. Terry cracking 1K. Interesting. They both about to hit 5K yards as Eagle. That's dope. T won't fumble on you. Zay not making the type of catches that T is making. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, Zay may be more athletic, but like as a reliable receiver, I'm for sure taking T Higgins over Zay Flowers. Interesting. Nick say he said I'm rolling with the truth. I'm rolling with the truth. Zay cool, but I don't know if I look at bro like that. Like I legit feel like you can throw it to T Higgins in any situation, and he's gonna come down with the ball. Zay Flowers, I don't feel like that. Like I think T Higgins is definitely a tougher cover for cornerbacks. T Higgins, he's tougher than Zay Flowers, but that don't mean Zay's bad or anything. It's just, you know, better is better. Look at Kyle Pitts having a breakout year. I hope he crack 1K. I don't know if he's gonna make it, but I hope he do. Look at T top 5 catches. Now his highlight tape at the end of the season gonna be very nice. I'm not gonna lie. He's had some really good catches this year. What is this? FD first downs. Oh, this is first downs. Yards after catch. Who the Yak King this year? Puka Nacua. Puka Nacua is Yak King. 611 yards after the catch. Jamar Chase 549. Khalil Shakir and Jamar Chase. That makes sense. These two always up here. Always up there. And then Amon Ra and Jay Asan. So Puka, as of right now, Puka's the Yak. I can see him finishing the season as that if he stay healthy. Chase get triple team. Everybody get double team. I ain't gonna lie, everybody get it. Puka get it. JSN get it. Everybody. Brock Bowers the best tight end right now. No, I'm taking Trey McBride. Brock, I think Brock is elite though as a tight end. As a tight end talent, I think he elite. I think he's establishing himself as elite. I think that's fair to say. I mean, he did really good his rookie year. But I'm gonna take Trey McBride over him, and I'm gonna take George Kittle over him right now. He 2 years in. Maybe next year he take that leap and like establishes himself as tight end 1. DB coming to Baltimore next year, I would not want to go there, bro. If I'm him, like you got to go somewhere where they gonna really use you, you know, like Dallas. I'd rather stay in Dallas than go to Baltimore. Baltimore has just not they haven't been reliable when with you know, utilizing receivers to their fullest. He better off staying in Dallas or I don't know, going somewhere where they're gonna force speed him. He top 5. Did you see his one hand catch against the Panthers? It was tough. I'm taking Fannin. You taking Fannin over Brock Bowers? That's interesting. Brock has Geno throwing him balls. I think regardless of who throwing him balls, I think he been injured a little bit this year. And I'm not gonna lie, his rookie year they were force feeding him like bad. So I think his numbers were a bit inflated his rookie year, but I do think I think he like that though. I do think he like that. Ravens ain't even doing nothing at the deadline. What makes you think they finna pick up? Yeah, GP is finna break the bank. He's finna break the bank. Either the Cowboys franchise tag him, or he's finna be the highest paid receiver in the NFL. One of the two. Which I think the Cowboys are gonna franchise tag him because I don't know if they got the cap right now to make that happen. We'll see. Bengals play calling so bad. If he had good play calling, it'd be scary. You know, it's really simple though. I mean, you got to draw up nice routes for Chase and T and just throw it up to them. I mean, you know, I do agree that they play calling ain't great, but yeah, you know, when you got two receivers like that, it make your job a lot easier. Bengals issues are defense more than anything. That's facts. Jury also loves offense. If Ravens get GP, Zay is never touching 1K again. I agree with that. I'm not gonna lie. Best receiver in the league. He's wide receiver 1 and tight end 1. Who are you talking about, Sick? Kittle unmatched. Kittle him, man. He him. He just do everything. Good athleticism. Contested catch it good. Route running good. Blocking good. He just do everything. I respect his game a lot. On the Raiders, Bauer is Bowers is wide receiver 1 and tight end 1 for the Raiders. Nah, yeah, that's factual. That's factual. They need better offense for sure. Dang, Derrick Henry is 4th in rushing yards, and he didn't get a Pro Bowl vote. He didn't make Pro Bowl. Who made it in over him? It was James Cook, Jonathan Taylor, Devon A-Chain, and who else for the AFC? Get Brock a real quarterback and he getting 1,500 yards. They need to use him like the same way I want the Falcons to use Kyle Pitts. They need to put Brock at receiver more, honestly. Chase Brown made it in. Oh, nah, no way. Over Derrick Henry? Come on now. I want to see by position. Complete rosters. Oh, it's only 3. Oh, okay, it's only 3. Okay. I don't know why I thought it was 4. Okay. Well, this makes sense. Okay. It's understandable. It is what it is. James Cook is leading the league in rushing yards. Bro, JT got nerfed so bad. Fourth in rushing yards behind one of the worst O-line I ever seen. Thought Chase Brown was good. Chase Brown is good. He said Chase Brown a bum. That's crazy. Somebody said if he's top 12. D-Hop basically our wide receiver 2. He gets way more targets than Bateman, who's supposed to be our wide receiver 2. Bro, D-Hop need to go to. I don't know what he's gonna do. How many years did he resign for? Yeah. He need to go to, but it's like I don't know where he can go for real. But he need to go to a better situation. It's just it's limited. Like you can't go to the Rams because they already got 1 and 2. You can't go to the Cowboys. They already got 1 and 2. You can't go to. Oh my gosh, he's under contract for the next 3 years. Wait, his guarantees are his base salary is void. His contract is void. What the heck? Free agency 2026 void. Why is his contract void? Why is his contract voided? What the heck? Maybe he's getting paid by somebody. It could be Tennessee. Oh, you know what? He's probably still getting paid by Tennessee. I'm assuming that's what this is from. Maybe not. I don't know. So he's a free agent in 2026. So after the season, D-Hop is a free agent. Or is he? I don't know. 2026. Never mind. So 2026, he's a free agent. It's unfortunate. I think he still got it, bro. Not gonna lie. Like he hasn't shown me anything to make me believe that he's done or he's fallen off. He literally just don't get the targets. There's legit only 10 good quarterbacks right now that can actually read a defense and make an offense competent. Allen Mahomes, Herbert, Lawrence, Burrow, Stafford, Rodgers, May, Caleb, Purdy. What the heck? I disagree with this. Oh, he signed a 1-year deal. Oh, so he's a free agent this year. Okay, he a free agent this year on a 1-year deal. How Witherspoon sneak into the Pro Bowl? You know it's a popularity contest. That's how they go. Yeah, D-Hop leaving it for sure. But again, it's like if you're D-Hop, where do you go? Like who has a good offensive system in the NFL? Oh man, I would love to see him come back to the Texans, even though we don't need him. We genuinely don't need him, but I love to see it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Rams, 49ers. Oh, 49ers. That's perfect. That's perfect. Yeah, there you go. Go to San Fran. That's actually perfect. They have a good offensive system. Ayuk might not be there next year, and their receivers are constantly hurt. So D-Hop played every game this year, so that's perfect. They don't ask a lot out of their receivers. It's just do your job. So I could legit see him being a 1K receiver next year with the 49ers. That makes sense. TMC about to hit 1,000 for the second time. Receiving yards. Where is he at? In terms of receiving. He got 849, so he needs about he need 150. He need 150 to crack over a 2-game span. I don't know. We gonna see. It's not impossible. Dang, DK just missed out on 1K. He ended the season at 850 yards. Bro, that just showed you how bad the Steelers offense is, though. How you play 15 games and he as the number one receiver, he played every game as the number one receiver and got 850 yards. Everybody up here at 1K. Well, J-Mo number 2. CDs take. I mean, you can call that what you want. But AJ bad system. AJ's finna hit 1K. T-Mac finna hit 1K. He the number 1. Jed is gonna crack 1K. He the number 1. Waddle became the number 1 halfway through the season. Ibuka not the number 1. Ibuka finna crack 1K. That's tough. That's gonna be nice. Wandale finna crack 1K. Wandale the number 1, but he ain't a legit number 1. Alec Pierce, he not number 1. Diggs. you can kind of say Diggs the number one. He don't really play full games, but yeah, that's crazy. Pearsall got hurt again. Nashawn robbed. Interesting. Last time we talked about D-Hop, you said the 49ers because their wide receivers always hurt. I be forgetting some of the stuff that I say sometimes, so that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, if I'm him, bro, that is absolutely the only destination that makes sense in my opinion. I don't think no other destination is out there that makes sense for him. Because I think he would start over. Just me being honest. I think he'd start over Jawan Jennings, and I think right now he still got better hands than Ricky Pearsall. What is clinching scenarios for Week 17? If the Texans win, they clinch. Or if the Colts lose, they clinch. Steelers win, they clinch. Baltimore loses, they clinch. New England needs. They need a win or Buffalo to lose. Interesting. Jags need to win and Houston to lose. $80 million void for Ayuk. They click your link.
That fun, explosive, shifty wide receiver coming out of Boston College, and he sat down, keep being patient.
Man, wow. You're playing like a bum. The Panthers can make playoffs, which is shocking. They can make a deep playoff run. Ricky got good hands, but I haven't seen a drop in D-Hop hands yet, so I'm gonna take D-Hop in the hands department. Carolina could make it. I don't want to let you down. I don't want to let you down. Stream crash. We good? YouTube, we good? Or is it just Twitch or is it both? You lost $80 million guaranteed money, and the 49ers gonna boot him. Yeah, he bro kind of cooked himself. I ain't gonna lie. If Kyle Pitts goes to the AFC, he easily makes the Pro Bowl. He got some competition. I ain't gonna say easily. It's about the right situation. Ayuk to the Texans would be a threat. I don't think they would sign him based off of how this situation just went. And I think they like the young guys. And we got Christian Kirk under contract next year. And we got Tank Dell coming back next year. So we got Christian Kirk under contract, Tank Dell, 2 receivers we just drafted in the second round this year. I don't think they worry about adding another receiver. I think they need to fix the play calling before they add another receiver. Interesting. DMC about to make history. Yep. Legendary. If Tank get hurt again, especially in the legs, it's time for him to retire. I mean, it's football, you know. Tua has had plenty concussions. Olave has had plenty concussions. Michael Penix Jr. has not broken, but he's tore his ACLs multiple times. You know, it's football, so injuries come with it. It's up to the players if they want to keep playing or not. Where I think Cheetah goes, oh, I forgot Tyreek is finna be out of there. Oh, I don't think Tyreek gonna retire. It's not impossible. I say 70% chance he come back, 30% chance he retires. Let me see. I forgot he finna get up out of here. They voided stuff. Oh, you know what though? You know what? Look at this though. I don't know about that. 28 mil dead cap. 2026. I don't know about that. Are they gonna take that dead cap hit? I don't know about that. We gonna see. So I mean, he could be back next year, and then they could just trade. They could trade him mid-season. That could be a thing. Because they break even 2027. So we'll see. I don't know exactly how that works. We'll see. Back to the Chiefs. I don't think so. We'll see though. I don't think so. I think it's so obvious right now for receivers. Like it's either he gonna go where the money is, or he gonna go where the best situation is. And I think it's just obvious for receivers at the moment. Like just watching what Devontae Adams has done, constantly going to ideal situation to ideal situation. Like, you know, he went to the Raiders to play with a he was good on the Packers, left the Packers to go play with a quarterback he was familiar with, and Derek Carr played good with him. Left the Raiders to go play with Aaron Rodgers with the Jets, played good with him. Left the Jets to go play with Matthew Stafford, played good with him. And I think it's just clear, like you need to pick the best situation for yourself as a receiver rather than just taking the money. Because you know, we seen with D-Hop, he had a 1K season with the Titans, but like they after that they didn't do right by him. And then with the Chiefs, they offensive play calling was not great with him. So, and then the Ravens offensive play calling not great with him. Keenan Allen, he went to the Bears, offensive play calling wasn't great. So it's like, when you choose the money, you got to know what you're signing up for. But when you choose a system, the success is gonna be consistent. So we'll see. Are you moving like you're a rapper? A lot of players do though. A lot of players be doing that. But I think considering the situation, I think he fell out a little bit. But it is what it is. Make him an Eagle for a third and a fourth. Dolphins already said they're moving on from him. But this year, like you want to take this dead cap hit though, you know? I don't know. We'll see. Like I don't know if they can cut him after or move on from him after June 1st. It says cut pre-June 1st. So I don't know what post June 1st is. So pre-June 1st. If they cut him before June 1st, they're taking a $71 million cap hit. If they cut him after, they're taking a $28 million cap hit. But it says they're saving $23 million. So I guess you kind of breaking even. I don't know. So it's either this year or next year they're moving on from him. One of the two. Because 2028, it would be a negative hit, but it's only -7, -3. So they saving 23 mil. So I guess yeah. I guess they might be moving on from him in this offseason. I would trade him. I wouldn't cut him though. I just work with him and ask him where do you want to go? because I'd rather get something for him than nothing. Even if it's a 7th rounder, I'd rather get something for him. You know, knowing that he's coming off a broken leg, the team's gonna be able to lowball, but you know, it's better to get something than just cutting him. Bears OC sucked when Keenan was there. I ain't gonna lie, Ben Johnson, I think he would have worked nice with a Keenan Allen. I think that's more of his type of receiver. I could be wrong. Versus the DJ Moore. I think that might be his type of receiver, but I could be wrong. They had such a nice receiving core last year, but unfortunate. Ben Simmons might go to pro fishing. Interesting. If we don't get Reek, interesting. Texans should get another wide receiver because they aren't usually always healthy either. They were fine this year. They're fine. So they kind of stacked their receiver like to the point they don't really need anymore. Nico played majority of the games this year. The games that Christian Kirk missed, we still had both of our 2nd round rookies and we had Xavier Hutchinson. So they were pretty fine. If it's not a game changer receiver, we don't need. There's really not nobody we need. And I mean like an elite receiver, like elite. It's really no point of messing up the receiving core. Yeah. What you know what time the arena goes live? I kind of want to wait, but I don't at the same time. They go live at 1:30 on 10 minutes. Oh, they doing basketball first. Okay. Well, yeah, I think I might hop off. Let me use the restroom real quick. All right. Cool. Fellas, I'm probably gonna call it a stream. I'm gonna do some editing and probably just work on some stuff, organizing and things of that nature. Bo was robbed. I mean, it's debatable. You can debate him having a better season than Herbert. I think Herbert's the better quarterback, but you can debate him having a better season for sure. But yeah, what it is, unfortunately. But I'm gonna catch y'all boys later. I don't think I'll stream again today. If I do, I'll get the Doty, but I don't think I'll stream again today. It'll probably be again tomorrow, earlier in the day, like it was today. So good money, good stream. 4 minutes. 4 minutes of what? And team has a better record. Yeah. That is very interesting. That's what 3:30. Why? What's the purpose of that? It'll be 2 hours ahead. I don't know why I thought we was on the same time zone. You be up late. I ain't gonna lie. The arena, nah. They doing basketball first, so I'm not finna. I'm good on that. What did it say? Is this pre-recorded? You can see the description. Is this pre-recorded? I don't know why I thought this was live. I remember